What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? Tonight, we're not holding any punches now. We're pretty much going to make fun of everybody on the anti-GG side tonight because what the heck? We need to let out some steam anyways. Because, let's face it, everybody wants to make jokes and have fun, right?
Yeah.
So let's have some fun. And I'm going to probably open the chat tonight. We're not holding any punches. Whoops. Hold on. We're pretty much going to make fun of everybody. So, yeah, I pretty much did an echo right there. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some stuff. Did you hear that Tariq Musa basically claimed that no women have reviewed any games yet of Metal Gear 4 or 5?
Yeah, what about it?
He was complaining that no women didn't review the MSG thing.
Really? Just no.
I don't know why. I don't know why. What's his issue? He's not aware of what's going on. I think he's retarded. He's highly intelligent, but at the same time, I believe he has autism. He's like, there's no women in the video games. Reviewing MSG in the industry. There is no way we can do that. So what do you think?
Do with these guys is just give them the middle finger and tell them to go to hell.
I know. It's just like, what is wrong with this guy?
Everything.
Yeah, last time it was is incest so wrong? And then it was necrophilia, is that wrong too? And now it's why no women reviewing.
No, he said this is that wrong. Well, let me tell him something. Yes, it is wrong.
Yeah, and he doesn't realize that having sex with a dead girl could lead to STDs. Or something like that.
Someone on it. You know what? He's killing it for them. He comes out as SJW. SJW's lost all credibility now. If they had any ounce of credibility they had, it's gone.
I don't know what to say about that.
Okay, time to do this.
Over here.
It's like they just make he just makes it seem stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he tries to bring the race issue in video games. It's like he fails at it. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get the concept of what master race is. It's like. You're still playing that game?
Yeah, I am.
Hold on, let me do something right now. I'm going to go ahead and... Hey, Lisa.
What's up?
Hey, Lisa.
What's up? Can I get the link for... Can I get the YouTube link, please?
Are you watching My Little Pony?
Not at the moment, no. Funny you mentioned that. Hang on a second. Because I just found this shirt again today, and I tried to... It was a birthday gift from someone a few years ago, and I tried to make it into a tank top, but it's Fluttershy saying yay. Guy knew Fluttershy was my favorite character, so... I'm not showing off my boobs tie. Oh my god. Anyway... No, it's kind of funny. I was actually talking to Gamergator that was an MLP fan. They were telling me how they hadn't seen the 5th season yet. And I know this was brought up by a lot of people. Even if you're not a brony, check out the season 5 premiere because it gets creepy at times. At the beginning of the second part, they explicitly mention brainwashing. It's very Orwellian. You have the speaker saying things like, to excel is to be like everyone else, or basically SJW rhetoric. I made an SJW version cut of it, and it's on my channel. But I remember seeing the little bit of animatic that they teased at, I think it was BabsCon. I could be wrong there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was basically, I'm looking at this going, so wait, you take everyone's cutie marks and replace them with equal signs so that no one's better than anyone else. Why do I get an SJW vibe from this?
I remember watching that episode.
Yeah, for those who don't know, because of how serious it is, when a character or when a pony gets their cutie mark, that's basically showing what they are good at. Like, let me pull up my OC real quick. Usually when you get your cutie mark, it's because you just figured out what your special talent is. So it is a very essential part of who you are. And to have that ripped away, I mean, it looked like it hurt them physically. Like they were screaming out in pain as their cutie marks were getting ripped away from them. So, not only that, but also the hypocrisy. The main villain, hang on, here's, that's my OC right here. And I have a music note because I enjoy singing, but also because of my drawing and painting, I have a pencil and a paintbrush.
You're into art.
Yeah, exactly. That, that's something I've been into my entire life. That's my own special talent. But with this one, I mean, there was also a bit of hypocrisy, like what you see with Anita and all the other SJWs out there. Like, she's going around literally stealing other ponies' cutie marks, yet she's just covering hers up. She never got rid of hers. And so what she does, and it was actually Fluttershy who discovered this in part 2, Fluttershy kind of peeks in her Starlight Glimmer's window and notices that, after she accidentally spilled water on herself, holy shit, she still has her cutie mark, and she just takes some makeup and covers it up. And of course the rest find out later on. But to be completely honest, that was one I didn't think they would take it that far.
Yeah,
like, so
it got really dark, and they took the cutie mark away from them when they discovered what was going on in the town.
Right.
Because they found out from a particular pony.
3 of them, actually.
3 of them, and they were basically telling them this is what's going on, and we wish we had your talent, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I personally, when I watched that episode, I was like, oh man, this is really going too far with the dark.
You know what? Okay, here's the thing. Later on, I think that this season is the darkest they've had yet, because in another episode, you have they didn't show them in the premiere. There are these 3, I'm guessing, elementary school age kids who don't have their cutie marks yet, and so they created the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They're doing everything they can to try to find their cutie marks. And just some of the stuff that they have to put up with simply because they don't have their cutie marks yet.
Yeah.
One of the more darker episodes that happened later on is that Apple Bloom, who's one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders, she keeps having this recurring dream of she finally gets a cutie mark, but it causes so much trouble for her. And there were a few times that I'm sitting there watching the premiere and my jaw is hanging off. I'm like, okay, if we do get another Luna Helps the CMC episode, Luna, I love you. You are best princess in my opinion. You're going way too fucking far. It got scary.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be like, Pinkie Pie is my best pony ever.
No, oh man, if you guys want
I
to
know
really
people
weird Pinkie
are
Pie
gonna
fanfic,
do
go
that.
read Cupcakes.
Yeah. Someone actually was asking a question because tonight we're making fun of everybody. We're making fun of everybody on the anti-GG side.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, JG, I just want to say, hey, did you see the promo for? Oh no, that part wasn't it. Hang on. I had to laugh when I see your stream name because when me, James, Lynn, and Teacup were reacting to the room when right after Tommy Wiseau says something like, "I got something for you." I'm like, "It's AIDS, Lisa. He's bringing you AIDS." Someone in the chat just said, Tumblr's in denial. And they are. To be completely honest, I've seen them try to compare Starlight Glimmer to us. I'm like, you know, I'm not going to... If I want part of your hair is like everyone else.
They think that we are oppressing their individuality. And they don't realize that we're not trying to oppress your individuality. You're saying the same words, the same way, saying oppression.
Yeah, the thing is, I was thinking about this earlier, and a lot of the words they use, I'm angry because I'm not so much angry that they're using them wrong. That shit happens. I'm angry because they are diminishing the value of the word. Like they're always crying sexual harassment when okay, for an example everyone knows of, when someone asked a woman if they wanted to go out for coffee. You know, "Oh, that's sexually harassment. They're sexually harassing me. They're basically raping me with their eyes."
You know what? I would say this right now and tell them, my advice to them is to say no. Just say no. It's simple.
Yeah.
Just say no. It doesn't, and people, if they don't accept it, then they're harassing you. But if they're not, they'll accept it and move on.
Right. Well,
Just be honest.
With a lot of them, though, even if you simply ask for their side. I was reading about this. Someone got banned from Gamergazi simply for asking for their side of the story.
Of course. I mean, look at the Gamergazi meetup. That says a lot about...
Nothing.
It says a lot about how these SJWs...
I think most of them are paranoid schizophrenic.
I don't know about paranoid schizophrenic. A couple of them maybe. I'm seeing more of a sociopathic disorder, like Leon said several times. I mean, just earlier I was trying to find an older video of mine to show to people, to show to someone, and I happened to run across my reaction to the ABC piece. And there were so many times I'm just like, oh, well, Jesus freaking Christ. You know, you're saying this, and yet you're being a hypocrite 10 minutes later and saying something completely different.
No.
And you keep saying that it's us. I mean, you keep saying, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. It's all them.
What it sounds like really is kind of like, and don't take this personal, but it sounds like a husband abusing his wife. It's like, it's her fault, and I've seen this plenty of times. I've seen these men say this, where he says, "Oh no, it's all her fault. She's just crazy. She's crazy," like that. And you keep seeing this type of bullshit happening all the time, and antis are just acting like this.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we said last time, not all of them. I have met some pretty awesome SJWs who actually,
Most of them are nice.
Yeah, I mentioned this to you before. The chick that you sent me to earlier, the SJW, who's actually really, really cool with us. I was looking through some of her tweets, and she had posted a retweet of this woman who is doing a comic about domestic abuse and wanted to hear various victims of that story. And so her and I have been DMing on Twitter for a little while. And she has been nothing but absolutely nice to me. And I mean, this chick has done art for Kotaku. This chick's done art for Rocky Shotgun. There is no way we should be getting along, like, at all, but we are. So not all, I will go ahead and give credit where it's due. I know not all antis or SJWs are like that.
Nurgle had her on the stream.
Yeah, she's awesome.
He's had her on, so yeah, this woman, she's really nice and stuff like that. And
well, this was a friend of hers, actually.
Someone that was supposedly on our side begged Nurgle to let him on the stream one time. You know who I'm probably talking about, one of the biggest one, when we were having a pleasant discussion here in Boston.
Right. And to any SJWs that might be listening in, who are trying to say, oh, we're trying to silence you. Okay.
I'll be back.
I'm not even talking about on Dreidel streams, because God knows how many offers we've made on there. Leon personally has offered the opportunity for SJWs to come on and explain their side on his channel. I've done the same. I know quite a few other people who have done the same. I remember one time Andreadol this guy was swearing to Andreadol, yeah, I'll come on and talk. And then he actually created a random stream just so that guy would show up and talk, and he never did.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's like he's afraid of you.
And that's the thing that I kind of think in a way. And I know so many people, especially whenever you have something like a bomb threat showing up. I've seen so many people say stuff like, if someone is trying to cut out your tongue, it's not because of, it's basically you're afraid of what they're going to say. Long story short, I know I'm completely screwing the quote up, and I'm sorry for that. And I mean, like we were saying on Nurgle's stream a couple nights ago, the fact that they are trying to take down a venue where just basic discussion is happening. There's no hate, there's no attacking, just a discussion on ethics. The fact that there are people who try to take that down really just makes them look bad.
Yeah.
I really think they're getting desperate.
Yeah. And the issue that we had was basically this: is that a journalist had a relationship with a game developer, and that game developer got some special perks out of it. That was the issue that we had, and yet feminists came in and said, nope, 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 cover this up. This is slut shaming and all this other shit. It's like, do you realize? And this is the issue. This is the issue that I had, was basically this is bizarre. This is beyond real. Like, you're trying to say that she didn't do this. I understand that, but the fact that we were trying to address the issue of someone unfairly had a relationship and was treated fairly because she was friends with so-and-so.
And guess what? Al incriminated her. I don't think Zoe really knows that. Right now, how she acted and stuff, how she reacted to the thing, how she had him arrested and even, gagged and even arrested. Mm-hmm. Zoe Quinn, I mean, if he wants to, he could have charges pressed against her, which I want him to do. I want this guy to press charges against her and have her locked in a jail cell because of false imprisonment and perjury.
Well, the problem is they'll probably give her sympathy, because I know the media tries so hard to give her that much sympathy and slack. Because
let me tell you something. I've told everybody else this. Me and Nurgle both have. Court of law doesn't give a effing shit about the media. Trust me. The court of law does not give a shit about the media. If they did, George Zimmerman would be in jail right now. But no, they haven't given a shit about the media. So, and I wanted George Zimmerman convicted. I'm just putting that out there. So, yeah, if they would have listened to the media, which they never do, court of law never listens to media, JT. They go by the rule of the law, not the rule of the media. Mm-hmm. Media might sympathize with her, but a judge will see her as being this manipulative woman.
Well, the fact that they're talking to people about...
You're for nuts. That's just Twitter, Lisa.
Okay, awesome. Not exactly. If you want a really good example of how even a judge and the court should be biased, look into the West Memphis 3. I mean, they were putting the ringleader, Damien Eccles, was put on death row, and he for the murder of 3 boys. And the only thing that they looked at was the fact that he was Wiccan, he liked wearing all black, and he was a Metallica fan. Yeah. That's it. He almost died for a crime he didn't commit.
And they know who did it, but they don't arrest him.
And I mean, here's the thing. He's finally free now. They released him a few years ago.
Yeah.
But he spent almost 20 years on death row for a crime he didn't commit. I want to meet that man and just, yeah, talk to him, because man's got way more willpower than I do.
Are you kidding me? Being put on death row for a crime you didn't commit just because of how you look? I mean, but I'm just saying, for the majority of the part, though, they'll see Zoe Quint's being this horrible woman. That's all
Hey,
I
man.
have to say.
How's it going, Steve?
Hey,
Having fun?
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
multitasking.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. Tonight, Lisa, we're going to be making fun of things. We're going to be
That's
having
funny. We did that like last night, actually. Too.
I know, but this time we're not holding back, because you saw what happened to Liberty Lou.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, she was. Ashley Lynch treated her like crap.
Oh wow.
Oh, I think I saw the screenshots of that.
Yeah.
I'm a fireflyer though, so I kind of see everything in the
Yeah. Oh.
there.
I don't know where the link is. I know that someone posted it somewhere. I can't remember. But Alex Hall, the man who created Ben Drowned, actually got into a very humorous debate with an SJW, and he kept saying, "Oh, there's subtle sexism." Alex goes, "I'm not saying it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying it. You're just being a dick, basically." Which made me smile, because out of all the creepypastas out there, I freaking love Ben Drowned the most. If only because the guy really put the work into making it more realistic.
No, I'm cutting it out.
That and Majora's Mask was the second N64 game that I ever played, so there's that too.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, "Is there sexism in Batman?" Don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, that's Tariq Musa for you.
Okay, there's this really awesome video by Game Theory, and they were talking, it was more recent than anything, and, honey, could you please turn that down a little bit? Sorry. He was talking about the fan service in Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, or any of those games,
Yeah.
and how recently a group that holds tournaments for that game has banned some of the more sexualized outlets. What MatPat argues is that that sexuality is actually a decent game mechanic, and talks about how if you can use this kind of thing to your advantage, because the other guy's going to be going boobs, and there you go, you'll be able to attack. So if you haven't seen that yet, seriously go check it out. It's really interesting.
Hey, Leon, I had to mute you for a moment because it kept echoing. So
Again.
you can unmute yourself if you get the chance.
Yeah, sorry if you hear anime in the background. By the way,
I understand. I've been watching a few shows here and there.
I do say that what was that one you finished? High School X or something?
Oh, High School DNDX. Yeah, I watched that.
Oh, you know what? I thought Ikitosen made me feel insulted.
I
You guys love anime tapes. What? High School DxD?
Yeah, I mean the first. Okay, I'm kind of glancing out of this corner of my eye while I was watching it.
Okay.
And then it's over. And then Ty goes, "Okay, on to episode 2." And I just stop what I'm doing. I look at him and go, "That was one episode?"
Okay. He needs to watch something called Queen's Blade.
Yes. He's seen Queen's Blade. He has seen Master of Martial Arts.
Oh,
Martial arts or martial arts?
Watch Ren, Daughters of
Ren, Daughters of Minosumi.
Mystery.
You know what? I will give credit for Ren, though. Huh?
Did you watch Tenjo Tenge?
Probably at some point.
It was It was okay. I actually watched that. It was actually a pretty good anime, but it's just it was way too much fan service.
Well, I mean, I was paying for Crunchyroll on there, so.
I love the mangaka for that series.
Crunchyroll's the greatest fan service of all.
Because he does incredible art. If you actually ever look at his stuff, goes by the name Oh Great.
Mm-hmm.
He also does Air Gear, and I forget what else he did.
Oh, Air Gear was actually pretty good too.
Yeah, that was
If you actually just look at the art in the manga, it's like incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only shows I'm more into mecha anime than.
It's a Gundam.
Yeah, it's a Gundam.
It's meant to be.
Or it's a.
Okay, sorry, what was that?
Or it's some type of show I never seen before. That's like a new show, like a super robot show.
Yeah.
It's like one of those shows.
Well, with me, it's fine. I mean, there were a few that I had to talk him into watching with me. Fruits Basket being one of them. Because he saw a little bit of it, he's like, oh god, I don't want to watch that girly shit. I finally convinced him to sit and watch it with me.
It's a comedy. I watched it too. It was just ridiculous that I forgot that one character's name who basically tried to help the school by his own school of boys having. He wanted all the boys to have sex with him.
Yes. Yuki's older brother. Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
He said, I think that say that line from him. I forgot his name.
I can't remember it, but by the way, if you haven't read the manga of this, spoiler alert, I don't know why they changed it in the anime. Akito is a chick.
Wow.
Oh, wait a second. No, in Air Gear?
No. Fruits Basket.
Oh, okay, just checking. 'Cause
No,
I know
okay.
that he's like really ambiguous in the.
Yeah. I mean, they don't even go to all the animals either. They're missing the horse. They're missing a number of different characters that are actually really interesting. But then I remember reading this for the first time and seeing that Akito was a chick. I just kind of stared at the picture for a few minutes when my jaw hanging over going, what? And she used to sleep with, I can't remember his name, but he was the dog of the Zodiac. But anyway.
Moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you back, Leon?
I'm back.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
Did you guys see that new video? Speaking of anime.
Actually,
Did you
got
guys
one
see? Huh?
first.
Did you guys see the newest video from Harmful Opinions?
Yeah, actually. Oh, that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, watching anime leads you to watch child porn.
What? Okay.
Which me and Ty saw
I'm sorry,
that,
can we
and
leave
all
a
we
shit
could do was
comment?
face palm.
It was. It's Australia again.
Yeah, this also. The more I hear about the shit going on in Australia, all I
You know
can
what?
think
There's a
is-
woman named Freely Banana Girl that wants to kill all meat eaters. I mean, come on now.
They already took away their guns. Now they're gonna try to take away their anime.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they
And
doing?
not to mention games.
I'll tell you this
Father's
right
Day.
now. You know what's so funny?
Fuck
They
they
arrest
every time. No wonder they're good
Nick
for
tries to do a naked selfie, and she has skinny boobs. It's considered child pornography.
Yep. If you're a porn
Also-
star and you have anything less than a C cup, you can't work in porn in Australia
Why?
because you have less than a C cup.
It's considered child pornography.
It is yes. Even if the actress could be in her 40s, if she has flat boobs, it's considered CP. Yes,
Oh,
fucking
Australia.
ridiculous.
You know what? I thought New Zealand was bad, and I was like, you know, you Australians had it right. The people in New Zealand are crazy, but you know what? They're both crazy now.
Well, every time I hear something about something like this happening in Australia, I think of Reese or Textile Action, and all I can think is, my God, I'm so sorry, dude.
I kind of actually still find it kind of humorous considering the origin of Australia.
Yeah, I know, right?
What?
I guess it's basically decided to make when they decided to make something of themselves, now that they were on this penal colony, they basically
Sorry.
decided to do the total reverse of what they were before.
Right. I mean, just the article in general. I mean, it's like, wow. So if this is the case, I should have started looking at CP years ago. Because the first anime I ever saw was Sailor Moon. I was 6 years old. And I've been a fan ever since. The first anime movie I ever saw was Appleseed when I was 12.
I think my first one was Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we were actually watching Dragon Ball Z earlier.
No, just the first one, like the original one.
Yeah.
I watched Robotech and some other show called Gekking.
Huh.
My girlfriend is like, she hates Robotech because she knows what Macross is.
Yeah.
That was sorry.
Yeah, but at least she knows what Gekking is.
Are you guys on Hummingbird by chance?
No.
Hummingbird is basically Facebook for anime fans. Hang on, I'll post the link.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my anime club. So I don't know. This is kind of like my second identity, so I can't really make too many connections.
Right, understandable. I mean, real quick, huge shout out to Holden and Nino for letting me know that this site even existed.
You know what Hummingbird is referenced to? A rock band.
Oh no. Wasn't there a symbol of Hummingbird?
A Japanese rock band.
But yeah, that video is just like, wow. Wow. I mean, okay, I don't know how many of you have seen Elfen Lied.
I have a friend who was a really big fan of it, and he told me everything.
Yeah, there's this one character who is about 12, 13 years old, runs away from home because she was getting sexually abused by her stepdad.
Ooh.
I could not watch that part. I could not watch the episode that showed her background. I just couldn't. At all. I mean, I just burst out crying like 10 seconds in.
I was listening to Short Fat Otaku actually brought up that show when he was talking about Higurashi.
Yeah, Higurashi is one of my favorites. It's my favorite horror anime of all time.
One thing I want to look up right now, though, is Shimoneta. Just because of the premise.
Yeah. But that was part of, honestly, it was all the fan service for the younger girls that a lot of, even diehard Higurashi fans like myself, hang on, let me find the official name for it, but out of all the series, that they have done, you have the first season, which is the question mark, you have the second season, which is the answer arc, and then you have this OVA series that many of us Higurashi fans consider to be the most horrifying thing in the series. It's nothing but fan service. And I'm talking with one of the Higurashi. Yeah. Okay. We're talking about you have the younger character, one of the younger characters who is about, I think, 6 or 7, trying to wash a window with her non-existent boobs while wearing a maid uniform. Ty, did you not hear the 6-year-old part?
I was laughing at the anime, not that part.
Anyways. I think you and I are going to have a talk after this is done. But, I mean, that was part of, it was all the fan service. It's specifically with the younger characters. That so many Higurashi fans had a huge fucking issue with.
Okay, hold on a second.
You want to know what anime I really liked?
I'm a big supporter of fan service. If it's used as a character,
but everyone
feature, instead of just, hey look, except tits.
You mean like what's on the screen this very fucking second?
There's an anime that I liked that
But there's actually a story behind it.
didn't have fan service, but it was but people say it was a boring series, and it was called Legend of Galactic Heroes.
I saw that. It actually wasn't that bad. I wouldn't say it's my top. I wouldn't say I'd, go out of my way to watch it again. But if it showed up, yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out again.
Yeah, it's like one of the few animes I would watch.
Right.
Just because I want to finish that series up. I like the movies though. The movies were pretty good.
Yeah. But like I was saying, back to the initial topic. I mean, it was because of all the weird fan service with the younger girls that really made a lot of Higurashi fans uncomfortable. Not just the fact that it was something completely different, but I mean, I tried to watch it. I gave an honest attempt to try to watch it.
Yeah.
I have never rage quit an anime so quickly in my entire life.
Yikes.
10 minutes, honey. Yeah, honey. Well, okay. Ty was talking about you were rage quitting at the high school DXC anime. Honey, the first thing our protagonist does is get mad because his friends wouldn't let him look into a peephole in the girls' locker room.
That's a character flaw.
That happens every episode, at least once every other minute.
He's a character flaw. He's a pervert. He doesn't hide it.
Anyway. Okay, it's Higurashi Kira. Here we go. It's Higurashi Kira. And just... like I said, I tried to watch it. 5 minutes in, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Nope. And okay, the whole eating sushi off the twins' bodies, they look close enough to 18, so that wasn't, too disturbing for me. But then you have the younger characters, and that's when I'm just like, nope. And I mean, the point I'm making with this is that you have so many self-professed otaku out there. And for a while, anime reviews was the thing on YouTube. So I know a number of people have kind of jumped out of that, but I've become friends with a couple of people that are still in that community who still make videos.
Yeah. And there's not many anime reviewers like they used to be.
Well, I mean, Mr. Anime didn't exactly help matters after he killed his entire family, but that's...
Yeah, he made the otaku community really scared.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 anime... Well, technically 4 anime YouTubers that I have at least said hi or whatever to, and that would be Giga, because... I was, for a little bit there, I was part of this Skype group that Holden Reviews had, basically, talking about gaming and stuff, like, because, hey, I'm playing League of Legends, anyone want to jump in, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was because of Gamergate that I met Nino, who is one of the most amazing people ever. But, I mean, and then, Boarhound, who, I'm going to go ahead and show my friend here, if you guys haven't seen his... anime bloodbath videos and you're a Quora fan, go check it out. I've been doing some of his thumbnail art lately. But I mean, I forgot when Kisa, who is a Otaku chick, she's getting her name out there. But my point is that all these anime YouTubers that I've met, not a single one would be okay with that kind of thing.
Yeah, some of them haven't really reviewed that many animes that were...
Well, I mean, I got to talk to, I'm not sure if I would call him an associate or what. I did get to talk to Arcata a couple times from Glass Reflections. And he doesn't, I don't think he would be into that type of thing either. I mean, I think the craziest thing he's ever reviewed, it's one of 3. It would either be Higurashi or Penny and Stocking or Desert Punk.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Desert Punk? Oh,
Desert Punk is awesome. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, okay, Desert Punk.
bitches.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I got disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I watched that one with my friend.
Yeah, I freaking love Desert Punk for the longest time there. I was just like, tell you to watch this with me. 2 months later, after continually hounding him about it, which is how I normally have to do with anime that I'm into that he hasn't seen yet. I have to bug him about it for so long.
Let's see.
Funny enough, though, he went, before, and it's kind of the same with the gaming thing, honestly. Before he and I got together, he liked Dragon Ball Z and a couple of other serialized anime. That was about it. I created a fucking monster.
Oh.
We have seen every anime on Netflix at least 3 times. And I swear to fucking God, if I have to sit through Kenichi, the series, one more goddamn time. I've seen it 4 times in the last year. That's Ty's favorite anime. But I mean...
It's like we lost a lot of people.
What, because we're talking about anime?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Let's stop being weebs here.
I'm sorry. It's just, I understand you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
You're bored as hell. It's like
It's a Monday night.
Yeah, it's one of those nights. It's one of those nights that we just had to talk about anime, and it's like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
So, any news you guys want to talk about lately?
I know. I put something in chat if you guys can see it. It's a post from Ghazi. I'm not sure how much this one circulated.
Oh, Jesus.
It's
Casual bigotry in you. Yes, I saw that, actually.
It was good for a laugh, especially how blatantly... just especially how blatant it gets at the end.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that person.
No,
Yeah.
this is them the mod decrying the entire Ghazi community because they were fighting over the Bernie Sanders Black Lives Matter thing.
Holy shit! That's the person from Ghazi that I had a conversation with that I was saying about earlier. This doesn't surprise me anymore.
I think that Gamer Ghazi admin lost it. It's bad.
Yeah. And I
Because
mean, sorry.
the person's trying to address the issue that maybe we're a little bit too racist.
Yeah.
They went into the full ally territory though.
Yeah.
Like don't speak over us thing.
Yeah.
They need to shut up. They really do. Gamer Ghazi has nothing but killed their own narrative. They were bullying each other. They're bullying people that wanted to ask them for their side of the story. They've done that so much that they need to know the best way to help their side out is to shut Gamer Ghazi down. That's the best way.
See, now I disagree with that because they should be allowed to have discussion.
I know, but I'm giving them advice. You guys want to help
Yes.
it out? Shut it down.
The thing is that it's basically it solidifies their position as actually having a side.
No, I'm not. But I mean, if a bunch of gamer gators went after Ghazi and they shut down because of that, that would only be proving them right. I don't want Ghazi shut down. Let me go ahead and make that clear right now. I do not want Ghazi shut down because they have as much right to get together and talk about things as we do. So I don't think it should be taken down. Not at all. At the same time, though, I do feel it's somewhat toxic environment.
Some of the discussions they talk about, they can say that we're tinfoil, but it's funny how they tell us when they talk about, oh, they're horrible people. Oh my God, they basically did something wrong. Like when we talk about, for example, when we try to donate to money, they basically say, "Oh my God,
Weaponized charity.
Yeah, weaponized charity. Oh my God, they're trying to donate money to Africa. We should stop them before they try to hurt people. Oh my God, like
Yeah.
how can donating? How
You know
can
what? They've been doing that for a long time, and they never had a face for like when Gamergate got its start. Gamergate came up. They just want to make a very offensive name for that thing. But yeah, they wanted. I never had a face to put these jackasses' names to.
it's just dude, they basically get tripped over the fact that we try to donate money to a cause. It's like
No,
Yeah.
they're
never
trying
had
to
face-
donate money to a cause. What should we do, guys? Oh my God, we're so triggered. We need to donate.
okay, JT. I never
Yeah,
had
that's pretty much what we did.
guys' names to, but then they decided to have a little meetup, and then they took a picture.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna have to take off in a minute because it's starting to get a little late here. But I will say this much, especially after the whole thing with talking from that mob from Gazi and talking to a couple of SJWs who are actually really awesome, and we follow each other on Twitter and everything. You know, it's kind of changed the viewpoint that I had at the very beginning. Yeah, there are some psychos out there. There are some psychos in Gamergate. There are some psychos in every group that ever existed. There's not really a whole lot we can do about that.
Yeah.
But to compare all of them to the crazies like Brianna Wu, to say that every single anti is like Brianna Wu, not only is it, in my opinion, just plain mean, but it's demeaning them as a person. Not all of them are like that. There are quite a number of people that from there that are actually really nice, and they legitimately, all they want is to see more women in gaming, which is something I can agree with.
But I'm gonna say it like this so far, but they're doing it a whole wrong way. They're taking a wrong approach to it. How you put women in gaming?
It's
It's
partially
something-
ran by Randy Harper. What the fuck do you expect to?
No, but I have to say it like this for them. How you put women in gaming is you ask them what kind of games they want to play, and I've seen a lot of women like gamers like you, Lisa. Women gamers like all kinds of games. All
Yeah.
gamers like all kinds of games. It's not like they like a certain genre like the Dude Bro games or the puzzle games or the indie games. No, we like all kinds of games. I've
Exactly.
seen this trend with every gamer. All my Steam friends have so many different games. It's not all Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since we're friends on Steam, you've seen, Shadow Paint 1 is playing Postal 2, and then about 2 hours later, Shadow Paint 1 is playing Hero Clicker.
Yeah, you see Leon Guns on Steam. You'll see him playing. You'll see me playing. You'll see me playing like Postal 2. You'll see me playing
That
Payday
game is
2.
freaking
But
amazing.
then I'll be playing strategy games. I'll be playing puzzle games. I'll be playing simulators. I play any game that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a part of being a gamer is experiencing everything.
yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people have said this the whole, they're shit because gamer gets shit because they say that going home isn't a game. And here's the thing, that's my opinion. If you enjoy going home, great. I'm not gonna bash you for it. You like what you like. All I ask is for the same respect that you don't bash me because I enjoy games like Far Cry or Destiny or anything like that. I won't bash you for what you like. All I ask is for the same. Don't bash me for what I like. But anyways, I gotta get going, guys. It's been fun. Thanks for having me on, dude.
Thank you.
I will
Thank
see
you for
guys
coming.
later. No problem, man. Later.
It's just there's so many tons of problems that they start shit with. It's like I don't really mind that it's just the issue that I have is that they make up these stupid conspiracy theories. It's like they say Gamergate stole my bike. Gamergate killed somebody. And it's like we haven't killed anybody. And yet they don't have any evidence. They're just basically falsely accusing us of stupid shit that we haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the hell did we do?
We did nothing.
I know, we didn't do anything. It's like they friggin'
And they need to.
they-
They're
Oh,
gonna learn.
There we go.
They're gonna learn the hard way what happens when they keep pissing off the gamers? They should know the hard way what happens when you basically say, oh, you know what, when you shit on everybody that likes to play video games. They're going to learn the hard way because we're not going to take the shit. They thought what happened to Jack Thompson was bad, what happened to his reputation was bad. Look at what's going to happen to Anita Sarkeesian. If Jack Thompson got disbarred, do you want to know for hating on violence in video games? Could you imagine what will happen to Anita Sarkeesian for trying to do the exact same thing? Because let's face it, she did the exact same thing.
I prefer not to actually. I prefer not to talk about her actually, just because acknowledging her gives her what she wants.
Yeah. Like everybody wants media attention from us. It's like, look, we didn't do anything to her. You can't prove that we did because we haven't done it.
I find that I know that a lot of you. I don't know how you guys feel about Liana.
Liana's
But
not a bad person, but the problem is she keeps acting.
She snaps too quickly. That's all I have to say.
I know.
Liana has an anger issue. She snaps too quickly, and to the douchebag I'm not going to name because, in my opinion, you're dead in the eyes of Gamergate.
Oh,
two douchebags I'm talking about.
I'm
Don't
considering
mention my names. They're
I
just
see him as a
two
mad dog.
douchebags. Don't mention my name. They're just two douchebags, and they're going to be forever treated as dead in the eyes of Gamergate.
Are we talking about the guys who I think we're talking
Don't
about?
mention their names. They're dead in my eyes. And the one I used to stream with, because he wants to defend these two, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to stream with him because he defends these two. And yeah, all I have to say is these two guys are dead in my eyes, and yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Leon?
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is she.
What, Norwich guy? Hold on a second.
I just want to say I'm gonna have a talk with him later on. I'm gonna wait until it's day here, so I'm gonna ask him what his opinion is on this because I also am curious, given the fact that me and him are from the same fucking country. You know, I'm gonna ask him on Facebook what he actually means about this.
What I was gonna ask though, or gonna say though, was Liana recently came up with one point that I think holds true for Anita. She's the Kim Kardashian of video games. Basically, she knows how to monetize her people hating her.
Yes, and that's what I have to say is she's not Kim Kardashian. She's Snooki. You know why? Because she'll be popular for a few years, which she already has, and then we're gonna all freaking forget about her. That's my opinion about Anita Sarkeesian. So
that's the reason why I don't acknowledge her that often.
Can somebody fill me in a little bit because I'm just curious.
Gamer Ghazi.
Yeah, we're making fun of a lot of. We're the topic is we're just making fun of everything.
Just curious. Like I get a very different perspective since I'm usually on OP Firefly, which is Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got some decent guys there, which is good. But how much does this one guy Man Boobs show up? We hunted the mammoth. You seen that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been saying that we did this and this and this, and it's like we did.
Oh yeah, he's trying to pair us up with Weave again.
Like
by the way, did Nurgle do the interview with Liana yet, or has that happened yet?
I don't know. She doesn't want to do streaming. Last I heard.
Yeah, it was a one-on-one thing he was gonna do. I think an interview.
Yeah. What happened was.
I know that Andradel tried to reach out to her, had a conversation with her, I guess, over Twitter.
Yeah, I was when I was coming. I remember when he had that stream with her, and I was actually coming. I was like hammering the chat. I was basically setting him like spamming his inbox. Let me the fuck in there.
Of what? of what the Leona debate. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. One of those people that were in there is a member of the People We Shall Never Name.
Yeah, that's definitely who I think it is.
He and another person besides him that we shall never name. Last Leona KNV, he kept ragging on him. Let me in the stream. Let me in the stream. And Leona just let him in. And he just went ape shit. And this little punk that we shall not name, he's nothing but Virgin for Life #1 in my opinion.
Now that thing that V did with Queenie was actually pretty funny.
And let me tell you something about these two little punks. This is infighting the Gamergate I want to cover. Do you mind if I talk about this, JT?
Nah. I'm just gonna let it pass because the fact is we're not going after them. We're going after the SJWs this time. We're making fun of them.
Oh well, there's another person that we got on Tumblr right now, and she kind of reminds me of Butts, but is a bit lesser than her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess her Tumblr or her Twitter handle's Megan. But
I don't know. I don't know who that
I don't
is.
even know how to pronounce her Tumblr name, but she seems to act like she's getting into big fights. But whenever I look at her, she's just spamming articles and then getting in fights with Brad Wardell.
Oh well, it's like she never. So, what do you want to make fun of her about?
I don't know. There's a lot of people who I just prefer to ignore, and she's one of them right now. She's she tries to act like her experience overrides everybody else's.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of Tumblrites that like to say that their experience matters than everyone else's.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed is a divide between, well, I don't really. I'm kind of with harmful opinions opinion on identifying as Gamergate.
Can I just wanted to share something since we're talking about SJWs. I wanted to share something interesting. You know, I'm from a country. I'm from Norway, which is a pretty liberal country. We share a border with Sweden, which I think a lot of people in Gamergate know about now.
Oh yeah,
and something crazy is happening here right now. You know, I'm sure you all heard about the migrant crisis that is happening all over Europe right now. Migrants from Syria and all that shit that is happening. All hell has broken loose. I swear to Christ, I'm considering leaving Europe. And instead of the SJWs going nuts, we have right-wing extremists going nuts.
The pendulum went too far.
Yeah, pretty much. It's you know they have attacked. I don't know what the English word for it is, but it's a place where migrants gets shelter in one of those shelters.
The embassy?
No, not the embassies. It's not embassies, but it's when migrants refugee camps. So yeah, they have been attacked in Sweden and in Germany. The German police have been up all fucking night trying to keep these all hell. I mean, I swear to God, I just read an article. It was just updated on one. I read German, so I have no problem understanding it. But it was like they just updated an article, and apparently one of those refugee camps in Germany has been set on fire, and somebody has sprayed the swastika on it. So things are not going well here. Oh man, what a fucking mess. And in Sweden, the same shit is happening, where people are basically attacking anybody who doesn't look Swedish.
Oh my God! You know what's so funny? Sweden's that SJW-like country, and they're showing more signs of like being Nazi-like than.
Well, here's the problem, right? I mean, these are the same fucking people, the people we are dealing with in Gamergate, the SJWs, right? They are the people who saying, "Oh no, you can't talk about immigration," and by not talking about immigration, you basically silenced a lot of people, and frustration has grown, and you don't have any. I consider myself a moderate. I'm not a left wing. I'm not a right wing. I'm more of a moderate guy.
You're more in the middle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I say let's calm down and have a conversation. Let's talk about what the issues are. But nobody's like that anymore. It's like You're either on the extreme left or you're on the extreme right. There's no moderation anymore. There's nobody is willing to sit down and have a conversation. Okay, let's look at this from both sides. No. Instead, we have left wing versus right wing, and it's getting really crazy.
This is kind of why I just decided to give up on
Okay,
right
Nori,
politics.
I have to say this right here to you. Welcome to American politics.
Yeah, pretty much. But here's the crazy part of this. When right-wing groups starts gaining power in Europe, yeah, it
And
usually,
they have no control over people. They fucked
No.
up.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They just had a meeting today in Germany. The French president and the German chancellor. They just had a meeting today in how the hell they're going to deal with all of these migrants coming over, because they have no fucking idea what to do. There's millions of people coming. I think somebody actually said that the amount of refugees heading into Germany right now is 800,000.
Shit.
That is a lot of people. And here's the crazy part. Nobody is actually asking the one basic question. What is making these people flee their country and in desperation fleeing across Europe? Nobody's asked the question why they're doing it. Maybe we should get rid of that son of a bitch in the country that is slaughtering their own people.
Well, I can tell you the reason why. War is bad.
Apparently.
That's why.
And we can't blame you guys either, because
No.
because
U.S. took Saddam Hussein. I mean, yes, it was for a shitty reason, but the U.S. at least took Saddam Hussein out of power. Which,
yeah, but
I mean,
it's not really from Iraq. I mean, the refugees are not coming from Iraq. They're coming from fucking Syria, and Syria, they have a fucking dictator there that is slaughtering their own people.
and
So
then
I'm
they
saying,
have on the other side they have a
ISIS.
fucking group of Islamic extremists that slaughtering the people for the hell of it because, well, yeah.
I mean, all hell is. I mean, seriously, it's been bad news after bad news. I mean, I woke up today and there was another article on the Huffington Post a couple of hours ago where it said, "Oh, the stock market takes a second tumble, day 2." So yeah, I'm sorry, but the whole Gamergate thing really feels small in comparison.
There's
No,
a
can
lot
I say something here? Gamergate's just one piece of this entire puzzle of the fucked up world, okay? The things that is going on in Gamergate is just a small thing among a piece of a puzzle because they're called the social justice warriors. They don't help anything. In fact, they're making it almost seems like to me they're making the world worse.
I was actually really surprised when I read one of the local newspapers here, and they're a very left-leaning kind of site, but even they had to ask the question, have the debate about immigration been silenced? And that is surprised the hell out of me because they are one of those social justice kind of ish sites. So even they are asking questions now. So it's like, okay, because now everybody is terrified of the right-wing groups.
Wow.
Yeah, here in the U.S., the social justice warriors are left-wingers, and it seems like how you're saying it sounds like they're right-wingers where you guys are.
Here's the problem. And there's a lot of left-wing leaning people here as well. I mean, I would actually go as far as to say that a huge part of the country is pretty left-wing. But the problem is that because of the migrant crisis and because of people feeling social injustice, xenophobia and all these issues that show up, you have right-wing groups gaining more and more power in Europe. I mean, you know what the biggest political party in Sweden is at the moment?
What?
The Swedish Democrats, which is a right-wing party. They are the biggest political party in Sweden at the moment.
Wow.
If there had been an election today, they would have won. They have 35%. That is the biggest fucking party. They went from being a party that barely got 3% to 33.
Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? all those parties are popular for some point, and then if you give them some sort of power and they show how big of a fuck up they are, you know that then they will die out. We've seen that with the Tea Party. We gave the Tea Party in the U.S. some sort of power, and then government shuts down. They don't do jack shit when it comes to making laws, and you know what?
But the government
defeat in 2010.
The government does not work the same way, and the reality is that if they come to power, the reason why people vote for these people or vote for the Swedish Democrats is because they say, oh, we will close down the borders, we will do this, we will ban all immigrants, and some of these people have connections to the fucking Nazi party.
That's scary because I don't want to have to be drafted into a world war or have to be dragged into a world war because
Sweden doesn't really have a lot of power. They're not even a member of
they still have a sizable military, so
No, they do not. We have a bigger military than Sweden does.
Can I say something here? Neither did Nazi Germany when they had their start, and then they built it up. Slowly but surely built it up.
Yeah, but Sweden is 9 million people, and their army is less than 20,000 at the moment. And here's the thing, they actually, but I'm not worried about the Swedish military. First of all, if they attack us, it's the same thing as attacking you guys because we're a member of NATO and Sweden is not. So if they fuck with us, then they have serious problems. But I don't think that's gonna happen. They're Swedes after all. They're not that brave, and and so no, I really doubt that it's going to happen. They are a pretty passive people when it comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just really scary to see. The only thing I have to say is this: I'm so glad I don't live in Sweden.
Yeah, I was actually in Sweden a couple of days ago.
How was it?
I wasn't attacked by anybody, so I guess good.
Oh. They usually attack people that are not Swedish.
I have seen examples. Yes, I got a knife. I got a knife in my face the last time I visited Sweden. So.
Shit.
Yeah, not last week, but when I lived there a few years ago, I got a knife from a neo-Nazi. Pointed a knife in my face.
Yeah, someone puts a knife in. Oh man.
Well, I'm half. I'm not Norwegian enough. I'm half Hispanic, so that pretty much describes it. I'm really considering getting the fuck out of Europe right now because the whole fucking continent is going nuts.
Come to America or Canada.
Yes, fuck, maybe Canada, not America, because America is also fucking nuts.
But you know Canada. What? But you know what? You could. You know what? Politics are easier to get into. They're easier. There's like 100,000 parties here in the United States, so just join it.
Fuck it.
Canada right now we're in a kind of interesting time because everybody's tired of Stephen Harper, but the NDP and the Liberals both don't really look all that good.
Okay, who was the coke addict mayor of Toronto? What was his name again?
Rob Ford.
No.
Yeah. Rob Ford. He got his own show.
Rob Ford. Yes. I mean, you guys had him. That was actually pretty interesting.
I'm in Canadian Texas.
Oh, okay.
Where are you?
Alberta.
Ah.
I get to. Yeah, I get right. Actually, I have to actually go meet Karen sometime. I'd like to do that.
I have a friend of mine. She lives in Edmonton.
I live in Montana, so I'm not sure which one's above Montana, which province.
Alberta is really fucking way to the north.
We're right above Montana.
Oh, okay. You guys are above us, then.
It's not. As last time I checked, I'm not that great with Canadian geography, but I think that Calgary is only a couple of hours away from Edmonton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive.
My grandpa's in Vancouver. Yeah, I have a Canadian grandpa.
The Canadians, they walk among us.
No, but it's an interesting time. Personally, I'm gonna vote for this independent guy who had a video where he starts off by coming down from the sky with a sword, stabbing a
Oh yeah,
Stegosaurus in the head,
I've seen that. I actually
and
seen
then
that.
he like shoots laser eyes at a robot.
You can. That was actually mentioned in Norwegian newspaper as well because they thought it was hilarious.
How come we weren't made aware of this stuff? I want to see stuff like that from our politicians. I want to see Ted Cruz come down.
We do have something funnier than that, dude.
It was like, oh, you have Trump?
No, we have D's nuts.
Oh yeah, you know the origin of these nuts? It was made by a 15-year-old boy.
I mean,
It's not a
somebody at the news station that broadcasted that had to fuck up so badly. I mean, these nuts, really? Nobody could. Somebody must have been messing.
No,
with
it
them.
was somebody at the polling station because they didn't ask for the name or anything, and the kid just spilled the application out. He put D's nuts on here. It was a 15-year-old It was a 15-year-old high school kid that just says, "I was sick and tired of this whole thing," and he saw that there's no age limit, so he decided to make this. Oh man. He legally couldn't run. He could win the election, but he probably can't serve because he's 15 years old. Minimal age in the United States is 35.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, D's Nuts couldn't be unless someone actually changed the name to D's Nuts.
Someone did.
Oh, nice. I vote for him. I vote for someone with the name D's Nuts.
I mean, it's just hilarious. It really is just hilarious, and I don't know. It's one of those
I
crazy.
saw Philip DeFranco. He was laughing his ass off in one of his videos. How could you not laugh at this? I could agree with him.
This one actually went over my head because I saw it around, but I never bothered looking into it.
Yeah, it's I don't know too much about it either. I just saw the whole news clip that was somebody sent me that on YouTube, and I was like, really?
You know what I found out though, from the YouTuber stance on Gamergate, back when they did that fucked up, back when they did that effed up story on that states says all losers are sexist like that. SourceFed did a video on that, and they were like, "Oh, this is horrible. People that lose are sexist like that." And then within 2 hours later, the video was taken down. So my thought is I think there's this understanding among the bigger YouTubers that says, do not talk about it, do not get Gamergate drawn up into us. I think because Philip DeFranco runs SourceFed, so I think it's like they're just too afraid to talk about Gamergate or anti. They don't want to talk about it.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people I think who don't talk about Normal Boots doesn't talk about it.
Angry Joe had to dismiss it.
Yeah, he had to basically just say, leave them alone, let them do what they need to do in a simple freaking review of his assessment of Gamergate.
Well, he didn't. Well, he just said something quick about it. But I mean, a lot of these YouTubers take a lot of shit when they talk about Gamergate in a bad way, and they're like, and Philip DeFranco's so sense of it all. He lives in Los Angeles with a lot of other YouTubers, and when they talk together and stuff, they all talk. It's almost like a clique among the million plus subscriber tubers.
The interesting part is that if you take a look at the YouTubers who have expressed an opinion about Gamergate, it really is, I've said this a million times before, but I keep repeating it. One of the guys, Total Biscuit, when he started making different, when he started talking about these people, he wasn't a Gamergate supporter, but he basically said that a lot of this stuff was insane and crazy, and he was being attacked by everybody. But he really held his ground and refused to back down. And
I think it was Total Biscuit the reason why they don't want to talk about this anymore. They kept their mouth shut. It's like, God damn it. There we go. They just keep their mouth shut because they don't want to talk about it. It's like, okay, if we talk about this in a positive or negative light, we're going to be attacked.
I remember that actually Peanut Butter Gamer rejected or said that he doesn't want to get into it, and Ghazi was getting pissed about that,
Yeah.
about him not taking a stance.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's a problem too. I mean, I hate the idea of forcing people to take a side.
Have you guys seen a channel called Drama Alert?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
Because I recently discovered him, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that this guy also talked about us. But yeah, that guy provides a good example of what you're talking about with like the cliquishness, right?
Yeah.
Like I was hearing him talk about Sky Does Minecraft, getting into all sorts of drama with his group.
Yep, he does. It's like they don't. It's like the SJW should just, every time we talk negative about it, they basically get upset over the YouTubers talking about it. Like, oh my god, this person's harassing people.
Well, yeah, but it's still. I mean, it's crazy to think that so many people are against the whole idea of Gamergate, even after what happened at the Airplay event. Where somebody fucking called it a bomb threat.
Which is the stupidest idea, because they could have just let people talk about the issue and just continue on. But instead, you know what they could have done? All the anti-Gamergaters could have debated against them, but they chose not to because they thought it was a waste of time. And they were treating people like crap, like it was beneath them.
Yeah.
It's not worth the time in their holy war.
Yeah, it's like, you're talking to journalists, hello.
I think the biggest thing I noticed with them is their worldview is they're very collectivist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where I can't speak for all of GG, but most people I've talked to are individualists. But yeah, I can't really speak for anybody, so.
There was even a debate here recently about Norwegian newspapers hiring who it's like Norwegian newspaper hires mostly white middle class people, and they talk about diversity even though 90% of the journalists are white middle class.
Yes.
And that has actually become a discussion point now in journalism, where a lot of people we want to have people with different backgrounds. So why the fuck are we not hiring more people who have the experience, who have the qualifications, but have a different ethnic background? Because there has been a discussion like that, and the irony here is that many journalists are the white middle class hipster crowd. And
I think the reason why they're getting hired is the key word there is middle class.
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting my education soon. I recently got told that I'm going to start studying soon. So I'll be starting my journalism studies soon, and I'll be going for a bachelor's degree in journalism. And I'm curious to see if I get hired.
Well,
good luck.
The only thing I'm kind of bothered about this issue is that, did you hear what happened on Twitter about Ashley Lynch making fun of liberal lunacy?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah. Tonight.
Who is she, anyways?
She's from Canada, by the way.
No, I know. I mean, I know liberal lunacy. I don't know exactly who Ashley Lynch is, though.
Ashley Lynch is from Canada. She claims that we doxed her, and we don't even know who. And let's see what Ashley Lynch is.
Which one's She's not like the Hey Ash, what you playing one, right?
No.
It's Ashley Birch.
That's Ashley Birch.
Yeah, Ashley Birch. Ashley Lynch is, I believe. Let's see. Let me go ahead and show you guys right now. Hold on. All right, that's Ashley Lynch. She's
Ugh.
gingerbread girl post.
Wasn't she the one that tried to like box Vivian James picture
Yeah,
and barely dented it?
She looks like the older sister of Zoe Quinn. Why do they all have those glasses, and why do they all have that sad looking face?
I know. It's
Oh,
sad.
Is it pathetic in life?
This is the funniest
But the
thing I
funny
think
thing
about
is,
it.
we found out she's transgender.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, great.
She claims that we doxed her on the board known as Baphomet.
What? We don't even use Baphomet.
We don't. I
Of
learned
course,
there.
when has they ever stopped blaming Baphomet on us?
No, you gotta think Sarah Butts. The reason why is because of the whole pedophilia thing.
Oh yeah, the article. If you take a look, before you click out of that. No, damn it, go back to the picture. I hate saying that because it was. If it was the article. No, go back to the other picture, the first one that you had. Yeah.
CV.
Ashley Lynch terrorized after swatting. Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's the article, CBA? That's the article you're going with?
Yeah, Ashley Lynch says she was a victim of a spotting attack after a bogus caller told police she had firearms explosives at home. And it's like, she claims that it was us. And this is, mind you, this is the CBC.
Oh, brother.
And yet, the CBC does not ask us for anything. Ask us on our side of the story what happened, because we don't know who she is, and yet she claims that we doxed her, and she was trying to say, oh, Gamergate harassed me.
Well, I only heard about this person right fucking now, so how the hell would I know?
I don't give a
why?
shit about her, and I don't.
Oh, hello.
My first question is, who the hell is this person, and why should I give a damn?
I don't really even know her too, and I live in
Kinda.
Canada, and I
Yeah.
listen to the CBDC sometimes.
Yeah, she claims that we harassed her. She's the owner of Gingerbread Girl Post.
What? What the hell is that?
I have no idea what the fuck.
It's a media.
I think it's just a Toronto thing.
Yeah, it's a Toronto thing.
Like,
Yeah, but I know her real true identity.
Okay.
She is Matt Damon.
Dun, dun.
Done. Yes, that's right. Ashley Lynch is Matt Damon. Like you.
It would have been it would have been funnier if you said Donald Trump.
I would have said Donald Trump, but I decided to go with Matt Damon because he's part of the Film Actors Guild.
But yeah,
I was thinking about.
You know what the Film Actors Guild stands for, right?
What?
Fag.
but yeah, you guys have no idea. Just to go off topic really quick, you guys can, go back on. But you have no idea how fucking close of a call I just had with my computer.
What happened?
Okay, so basically, a couple months ago, I had taken off the side panel so I could change out my graphics card, and I never put it back on, which is a terrible fucking idea. But I had just spilled some tea, and it got that close to the power supply.
Oh. That sucks.
So instantly, I'm like, okay, dry that out and put the side panel back on, because that's not happening again.
Yeah, you should keep that on, really.
That was a
Yeah,
tough
you should keep it on because the air circulation inside the computer gets worse if you take it off.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, guys, I just thought I would stop by and see what's what, and I gotta head out now.
Yeah, we're just live streaming. I'm just making a couple of jokes here and there. A lot of people want to talk about some different stuff. I understand.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very
got-
much, Virgin Guy. We'll talk later.
It's just basically letting off steam and shit. That's all.
That's fine. I let off a little steam as well. There's so much crazy things happening here in Europe right now, and I'm considering getting the fuck out. And
I understand, dude. Just go to. Let's see. What would be the best country for you to choose? Probably Mexico.
Yeah.
no.
Since you always wanted to see Mexico, and it's
No,
wonderful.
I didn't. I never wanted to see Mexico. I wanted to see somebody in Mexico.
Yes, I'm not going to mention who, but
No.
that telenovela star.
Yeah. Anyways, we talk later, man. See ya.
See you later, Norwegian.
Uh,
I was Norwegian guy.
let's see.
Now to get to real comedy.
Yes, the real comedy is very simple. We're making fun of Ashley Lynch tonight. That's right, Ashley Lynch.
Can we take a swing at Gavin while we're at it?
Bring up something about Gavin.
Oh, you saw his video on the Rebel?
Oh yeah, that old guy talking about, guys, you're over 35. You stop playing video games. Please.
Seriously, the
that
image
guy.
that popped into my head was like old man yells at clouds.
No, yeah, it's just fucking like it's the same thing. I'm going to sum up, but a different subject. It's we read books in 4th grade, so why the fuck are people still reading books, huh, asshole?
Yeah, and people prefer paperback.
Seriously, though, like watching that video, it was like stepping back into the early '90s.
Yeah.
What video was it? Can you put a link?
I actually, the only version of it I watched was Dr. Randomercam's riff on it. You guys watch him?
I haven't.
You should. He's pretty good. He's got great timing.
Yeah, it's just like, good guys, stop playing video games. Seriously, it's annoying. Come on, don't
Like-
you know? Yeah.
One thing you have to wonder is how much of a rock was this guy living under?
He doesn't understand what was going on in Gamergate. He's probably
No, I mean like in general, because like he's acting surprised that there's an M-rated Batman game. I'm like, has he heard of any of the M-rated games that are out there right now?
yeah. Hey Batman, what's up?
Oh,
We're just
speaking of
talking about your game.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
Batman.
Have you read the Gamers Are Dead articles yet?
What the fuck?
Have you read that one?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that's a little bit
Yeah,
of a
he's
my brain. I
doing
thought you
sound
were doing-
bits. He's doing sound bits from the from that live stream.
Please don't interrupt. Please let me finish.
Oh,
Liana K. Yeah, I know.
I
Yes.
thought that was Batman, and I'm like,
What?
wait a second, I
No.
thought you were a dude.
No, that's sound bites from Liana K's live stream with Anderdal. Many.
You know who Batman
years ago.
sounds like? That's not Batman's voice, trust me.
I know. That's Liana K. I know.
So you
Okay.
got any remixes going on?
Batman's making a fucking soundboard.
Yes, I had to check those soundboard of Liana K. and John Kelly.
Okay, now that sounds a little bit more accurate to what my brain thought. That shocked me for a second. I was like, what?
I thought we weren't supposed to mention his name.
Well, I wanted to because I thought they had a techno soundboard of him doing with Liana K.
Speaking of that other guy, speaking of him though, that I kind of see that other guy. He's kind
Do
of
some
he's like the our version of a SJW in some ways.
Okay, do an S4T version of the soundboard you got from Seattle for Truth.
You can't argue with me on this, John.
I know. He's like,
John,
yeah,
you realize I love triggering the fuck out of you, bitch.
yeah, yeah. Just say I know who you are.
I know who the fuck you are, John!
Yeah, Ashley Lynch. I know who you are.
Dr. Daedalus!
Yep, that's right.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Has anybody else been a particular lolcow lately? I noticed that. Woo's been trying to get our attention again.
Yeah, she wants to become famous and try to rip off everything. Right now, they already reported on MTV and also ZQ.
Wait,
Oh,
they reported on Brianna Wu
Yeah,
on TV.
yeah.
This.
It's not best evidence.
she's been like I don't know. She gets around, although I think everybody at this point, including her, is realized that the only way she can stay relevant is if she does an article or a video about how in danger she feels.
Yep.
Those numbers add up.
And then she does dumb shit like say, I'm going off Twitter, here's my email address.
It's like we don't give a shit, lady. Go off Twitter. We don't give a shit.
I haven't thought about Brianna Wu in months. Like you said that name, and I was like, that sounds familiar, but
I just wanted to, since it's a theme of the stream, I wanted to get that off my chest. Because I normally don't.
I'm sorry.
acknowledge her.
I'm sorry, Leon. You're echoing.
I was typing. That's where you heard.
I know, but you're echoing.
So what games have you fuckers been playing lately?
I was completing Num Num Galaxy Pixel Junkies game. Oh god.
I discovered the glory that is Shadowrun.
Oh, you played that game?
I know, it's like, this is the first, I haven't done this in years where I started playing it, like, I've had this on my backlog for months, so I started playing it, and like, next thing I know, I've been playing it for 4 hours straight. And I still wanted to play more.
Me and Leon tried to play, but unfortunately I had to do some other stuff that happened. We were playing, what was that one game? Oh yeah, Payday Heist 2.
Yes, Payday the Heist. Too.
I heard that game was really good.
Yeah, it is on PC.
But speaking of playing games for long periods of time, this was a long time ago, but I decided I was going to try to play, and I succeeded in this, Saints Row 3 in one sitting. That was a terrible idea, because that took me 16 hours.
Oh, you poor bastard.
I don't know why that game doesn't get more attention, because it's literally a good game that has everything that these SJWs want in it. Like, representation-wise, at least.
Well, so far, I was playing the one game. I was playing the Payday 2. It was actually pretty fun. They actually have representation in that game. They have diverse characters in that game. Because they were adding, like, for every DLC pack, they actually add new characters. They added in, I believe, an Irish woman in that game, and then they added a Japanese guy in the game. And also they added a ninja pack where you can they add in ninja weapons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I saw.
I saw the Freddy Krueger claws. You know what? You know my favorite thing was the cards you could throw at your enemy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I actually have that pack. It's the gold casino one.
You know what I'm gonna buy, JT, so we could do it one time. Oh, hey Tara.
Hey Tara.
Hello.
I heard what happened.
Is my mic working?
Yes,
Maybe.
It
I
is.
can hear you, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard what happened to you.
What happens?
It had something to do with gay gamers, I believe.
Oh. Okay. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Tara.
Hang on one second. I'm having trouble getting you guys working in my headset. I can't really hear you.
Oh, okay. Must be the connection issues. Yeah. Tara, I heard what happened with Gay Gamer. Care to explain to us what happened?
What?
Yeah, I probably should wait until she gets everything set up because I know she has some connection issues.
Oh, I got a good topic for after this.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm back.
Okay, cool.
So what did you hear happen to me?
Something to do. You had an argument with one of the writers at Gay Gamer.
Oh yeah, oh my god. He called me a white supremacist because I pointed out the fact that Arthur Chu didn't turn over his rapist friends.
Oh.
Oh, and he calls you a white supremacist, really? Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like that's what that whole the picture I tweeted out where I was just like I'll read it. I was like when I think of greater writers, I think of gaygamer.net wink. Does public representative mean nothing? And then I like showed the tweet where he called me a white supremacist because he's like it's almost like white supremacists are making shit up against people who call out Gigi, and it's like you're the dumbass who's like one just talking out of your ass, but two, don't advertise the job you work for, on your Twitter profile if you're gonna go around talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're a writer in today's climate, like just don't. It's just stupid.
That's why that's why like the smart ones have disclaimers when they're about
Even
to do that.
you know what? Even then, it's like if an employee at McDonald's was just like, "Hey, that's a supersize for the white supremacist, cis-hating male nigger white Jew," they'd be fired. So why is it that journalists can talk this way to essentially what would be their quote unquote audience? I mean, especially in my case, because I'm fucking lesbian and I'm trans. It's like what gives them the right to act like assholes on social media just because they don't agree with someone's point of view or politics or they want to dispute the facts or whatever. It's like when you're out on a public forum, you are representative of the brand you're claiming to represent. Now he could just make his public profile personal. It's like and keep his writing career ambiguous. But when you want to advertise and link to the company in which the website in which you write for, then dude, you're a representative of that site. Like hands down. And it's like they need to be ready to either distance themselves from an individual like that, or he needs to go, yeah, I didn't, I'm not doing this as a representative of this website, blah 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 blah. I'm just an asshole.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's
I would
that's
say
bad.
I would say this in a rude way, and I'm going to say it in a very mean way. He can eat a dick.
Well, I'm sure he eats many.
Oh man. Okay, JT, just so you know, I do have gameplay footage up. Is that a problem with you, or?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So actually, no. You mentioned Arthur Chu would be a good next topic, especially with the whole Ashley Madison thing.
Oh
my God!
Madison.
So, all right. So that was the thing. He was pissed off. Was the fact that I said, like somebody had retweeted my photo, they screen grabbed my photo where I said, I present to you the Anthony Weiner defense. So they considered that harassment now me making a joke about the fact that Arthur Chu's pulling an Anthony Weiner. So that's harassment to SAWs. So you know what I said to the guy who originally did that retweet? I said to him, I was like, you know what? I'll send you the pictures of what my uncle did to my face when I came out as trans. Needless to say, he shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's awful. That they.
I gotta ask you something. What do you think of Ashley Lynch?
You know, I know the name, but I would need to see something of hers to just really
She's that
connect.
CBC person.
Okay. Yeah, she's Gingerbread Girl Productions.
Can you link me something so that way I can try to put a face to a name?
Yeah.
She's that one that you recently was going after liberal lunacy.
You know Shannon.
Oh, Shanley?
No,
Let me show you. Let me go ahead and present to everybody. All right. Let's see if I
Yeah,
can.
I see this chick looks familiar. I'm just trying to remember when we've crossed paths.
Let me present to everybody. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and. This is Ashley Lynch. This is Ashley Lynch right here. This is her picture of her face. You can tell. She claims that we basically doxed her.
What way?
Or swat her.
Do they even know what that word means?
I don't even know.
You know what? There's a woman, a friend of mine who works at a
Two
GameStop in
different
Missoula.
versions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
I
like,
know.
Yeah, go ahead, Leon.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Sorry
But
about that.
I know her identity. Well, she is a trans woman, by the way. And I know her identity. By the way, I believe she is Matt Damon. Yeah. You can see the face comparison, blue eyes. She is Matt Damon.
Here's the funny thing: is she's
shit,
more
I'm-
convincing than Wu is.
Okay.
Yeah, she is convincing.
Like I wouldn't be able to tell otherwise.
It's the glasses that really give it away. That's how you know it's Matt Damon.
Yeah. Yep.
Are we gonna make a joke off of Team America? Matt Damon?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I did make the reference
What?
to it. The FAG, Film Actors Guild.
Actually, no,
So
she
what's
can't be Matt Damon because she doesn't say Matt Damon all the time.
I know.
Matt Damon.
I don't know what to say about that, but it does have a similarity to her.
So she's another one of those people saying that people are doxing her because she wants attention. Is that what
Yeah,
I'm what you're
pretty
getting at?
much. Pretty much.
You know what I find interesting about all this shit is I've done a lot of digging the past few days, as some of you may or may not know. In addition to what I already knew, and one of the things I found extremely interesting was the one I posted the other day, where somebody suggested to one of the writers for Paste magazine that they use the word "I still." And that's which is clearly means they've suggested it before. And they said that we should basically, like, I'm summarizing what they said. You can go on my Twitter profile and pull up the quote. But basically, it was like we should recruit the Something Awful trolls and Goon Squad to help your cause. And this was the whole Take Back the Internet, feminist movement from Laurel Penny. So I find it very interesting that in 2013, almost a year before Gamergate even fucking happened, that this was already in their dialogue of like, hey, we need to take back the internet. Why don't we get the trolls involved? Why don't we get this involved? One of the journalists was like, we should just name, shame, and block. Interesting. That's exactly what you did when push came to shove. So it seems to me that the evidence that's still laying all around the internet, even
Yeah. Seems like you're cutting
year
off.
after Gamergate. It's like, and you only imagine what some of the girls like. Get me?
Oh, really?
It's like the feminazis are here. What?
Yeah. Yeah, the connection problems tend to happen.
That happens with the Google. YouTube.
What I find funny is how long or when you boil this down, I've never been a channer, but I've always I've been on the internet since the 90s, and even then I knew that the channers and the something awful goons hated each other.
Yeah, the Channers, and I mean, I used to regularly visit 4chan, and now I regularly visit 8chan and 420chan, but we fucking hate each other with a passion.
Like I remember back the day when I used to go to 4chan was just to look up animations, which was usually back. It was back in the days when everybody was ragging on E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World, and then it was 9gag. It was either E-Bombs World, then it was 9gag, or it was E-Bombs World, then that website, and then 9gag. I think 9gag and Tumblr were the latest ones, but
like yeah, back when we had is Lemon Demon still around?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'd like to have like a song from them involving this kind of stuff.
No, I used to be on. Let's see if I remember. I used to be on. What was that one website that was known for flashes?
Newgrounds?
Yeah, Newgrounds. It was the only website I ever been to.
See, eBombs World and RoosterTeeth.com were my first two real social media websites.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the first one obviously for Flash videos, and the second one more for social media. And it's like I met Gus Sorolla at a Blizzard event not too long ago, and I was like, dude, if it wasn't for you, YouTube wouldn't exist. Like what they were able to achieve at Rooster Teeth really, ushered in this new wave of like online content creators, and they made it a thing, and they made it a thing that you could make money off of. And it's like, and because of that, it's like YouTube was able to, be invented and then eventually grow to what it is today.
Yeah, I used to remember it was hard to find the downloads for the episodes of that show.
I think mainly I went on Albino Black Sheep and occasionally on Newgrounds because this was like in the middle of when I don't know, I was still a young guy, or like in junior high at the time. So I just knew all the stories about how Wade Fopp was running Newgrounds.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, Newgrounds was not very well run in the later years.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was Wade, right? And Tom,
I mean, that website is still up, so I'll give them that. It's been up for 20 fucking years, but still, it's not run very well.
So, let's see.
Sorry.
Is there? Speaking of like, then you got like a few people who've been just like riding success from Newgrounds ever since, for their fame too, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
There were several Flash animated shows that did, like, for example, I know
The Awesome series.
No, not the Awesome series.
No, the Awesome series started on Newgrounds.
So did College Humor.
Yes. College Humor started on Newgrounds?
Yeah.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, they started on Newgrounds when they used to do Flash animation.
That's
See,
funny.
my friend used to be a member of the clock crew.
Oh yeah.
Really? Your friend used to be a part of the clock crew.
No, a member of the clock crew.
Oh shit,
Let me
that's
see if
cool.
I remember. There was another one that was successful, and I believe that was you might remember the squirrel.
Oh, Foamy the squirrel.
Yeah,
Yes,
Foamy.
Foamy the squirrel. Everyone remembered Foamy the squirrel.
See,
And
there's one other guy. He's on YouTube now, and he's kind of grown up since then. Although I don't think he's ever gotten as much fame as anybody else. Andrew Dickman.
I don't remember Andrew Dickman.
Dang, that is a sweet earth, you might say. Round.
The main thing I remember from Newgrounds was Numa Numa, because for reasons I will not explain because they're extremely embarrassing. It was Numa Numa and something else. I remember there was a lot of 9/11 flashes on Newgrounds when that happened.
yeah, they just love to spam those just for jokes.
You know,
No,
dank
most of
memes
it
can't
wasn't
melt
even-
steel beams.
Most of it wasn't
No.
for jokes.
Yeah,
Most
but
of
I
it
know,
was-
but I know for a fact that jet fuel does melt steel beams in spaceships.
It doesn't melt. No, it doesn't melt steel beams, and I don't know if that was a joke or not. But I'm gonna
Yeah, it is a
seriously
joke.
explain this. I'm gonna seriously explain this because I'm a fucking retard right now. But it does cause structural failure.
Yes, it could. I mean, if you have a plane the size of a 747 flying to the side of a building.
Whoa, dude, you are lagging so hard.
You sound like you're talking to us from beyond the pale.
How
Exactly.
about now?
I thought that was just me for a minute, but
How about now?
no.
Still.
It's
Is there a link for the YouTube
Yeah.
video?
Hold on, let me give you the link.
How about now? Is it better now?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I. Here you go.
oh my god, so many missiles. Sorry, I'm fucking right now.
I thought I was already subscribed to you. Hey, what's up, chat?
Yeah. I'm pretty much just streaming, just having fun.
Perks.
I am playing a realistic flight simulator right now, and I'm locked on, so I'm like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? Fuck.
Yeah. Completed. So what you been up to,
There you are, you fuck.
Sophia?
Lately, I've been addicted to School Idol Festival for my phone. Don't judge me. It's like
No.
little it's
No.
cute high school anime girls. You know, it's like it's.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not
There's
hating.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
You're having fun. You enjoy it.
I mean, the way I look at it is, it's basically Guitar Hero on your phone with your thumbs and not as gay. So it's like, I mean, because one of those that when DDR was really popular, I used to play DDR for about 3+ hours a day, and I really need to go back to doing it because back then I was like a size 4. So I need to refine my thinner beauty. So. But it was like always sacrosanct to beat a song with the controller. Like that was like that like you were just a chump. You couldn't that proved you didn't have the skill if you needed to clear a song with the controller. So I always like dance pad for life. But then it's like now I'm older and I'm lazier and I'm an American, so I'm like gonna sit in my fucking chair and just go, yeah, I'm dancing with my thumbs. Ooh. Whatever, it's addictive. And then I'm reviewing Hyper Dimensions Neptunia Rebirth for the PC for Lewd Gamer, so I'm also playing that.
Good
So
luck.
it's it's like my first impressions of it. It's like it's a game for old school gamers. Like
Yeah,
there's
like-
so many references where I'm just
Yeah,
like
like that.
oh my god. It's like they're talking about N64 games, or like, oh, they're talking about Wind Waker, oh, they're talking about that, and like just so many. And then I love
The known
way
fact
they
about that anime,
break the fourth wall.
known fact about that game, that game basically references every video game, and it's all the characters in that game are
Companies.
named after consoles.
No, like like they got the goddesses, which are consoles, and then they got all the supporting cast is companies.
Yeah. Yeah, basically you have Sony PlayStation. You may notice the little X. And there's also the Wii U.
And then the second one goes on with the handheld consoles.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you have Compa. It's like, which probably is like well, really? Because it's like I was thinking Commodore 64. It's like she's got the little Pac-Man headband on.
No, it's she's for Compile Heart, and then they got IF, which is for actually Idea Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I actually even got the art book for this game.
So what you're saying is you're gonna write the review for me, and then I'm just gonna put edited by.
Yeah, we're just giving you.
Writing requires effort.
Firstly, I didn't know Lewd Gamer was still around. You guys are pretty good. But secondly, sorry if I'm silent or if I just like interject with something like fuck or like just an obscenity. I'm playing a video game right now that requires a lot of attention.
That's fine.
You were playing Payday first, right?
No, that wasn't me. Well,
That's me.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
That's Leon.
Okay. So see, two people are trying to game and stream at the same time, and that's why we're getting the lag. You know what's cool is the Payday guys, they're working on Overkill's The Walking Dead, and I got to playtest that at E3, and it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, it was very early, like alpha, like pre-alpha almost build, just something they put together for E3 to like raise awareness about the project they're working on, and it was really cool.
So I heard that. I remembered seeing that in Michael's video, and you were playing it too. And I remember
Yeah,
you guys.
I'm the one who forced him to do it because he was gonna pass on it, and I was like, I came to E3 to see this fucking game.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys had a lot of fun doing it.
Oh hell yeah! Like and they had like the coolest swag. Like they gave like most of the press kit stuff they give is like fucking Xbox. They gave us a giant brick of
You know what?
fucking
You know what those
QR
cards? You know what
Yeah.
those cue cards are? Basically,
landfill space.
yeah, not really. It turns out if you scan them on the camera, they probably would give you. They're basically like downloads for the game. Or preview.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. I still have my bricks sitting around here somewhere.
Yeah, those.
I don't have a QR scanner, so that's why I was just like, can I just use like my webcam or something?
Yeah, that's what it's meant for. If you watch the videos that they teach you how to do the scanning thing on the camera. Yeah, I remember watching it at the E3 conferences many years back, and they talked about what features they invented for the Xbox One. And one of them happened to be for the camera, where they basically you can scan the code for the game your Xbox monthly subscription card, and basically scan it on the laser thing that they have on the camera, and you just basically scan it, and it'll pop up.
Yeah, see, I don't have an Xbox One yet, so wouldn't do me much good.
I have one, but I don't have the camera, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that kind of paranoid about that.
But I will say though, so what I was saying with the Walking Dead stuff, they actually gave us a USB drive that was like 2 gigs, and it had all the press stuff right on it, and it was really neat, like kind of the way they designed it. It had like a swivel cover to it. It was like felt like steel, like it was made of stainless steel. It was really cool. And then they gave us a hat. and that was really neat. Like they really they went above and beyond most of the places there, which I thought was really cool. And then Sony, they put on a cool thing for David Jaffe for his new game. Let's see if I remember the name. Drawn to Death. They had like their own booth set outside, which is really cool because Michael interviewed him, and then we got his autograph and whatnot. We talked to him for he did the interview, but then we hung out with him later and had beers, and it was like really cool. He's a really sweet guy.
Yeah, I feel bad that he lost his job at the Sony. And he did a lot of good games.
When was this?
That was like years ago.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, because Drawn Together, it was probably more Sony, but it's its own thing.
No, it was. He helped make. What was that one? Oh man, I keep forgetting every time. I'm always lost track of my.
Dude, there's so many names to keep up with. It's like I get it.
Yeah, David Jaffe. He was the one who made Cards for Humanity, I believe. That one, and he
he didn't make that. He did Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal, and also what's that other one? Let me look it up. I'm sorry. Let's see. Because he did develop.
Hello, Magic Bubblehead.
Yep, I am. Never mind. I'll just moving on.
I'm just reading the chat. I'm saying the chat said hello.
Yeah, they really like you. I'm assuming.
Aww. All one of them.
Yep.
That's because everybody else came in.
Yeah. There's a lot.
We got 10 in right now, it looks like.
Yeah, we got 10 people showing up. 9 people. Everyone hates my guts.
So does anybody want to clue me in on what the fuck happened with MTV?
Oh,
and I'm talking about very specifically with this article because that is a very loaded question.
Yeah, they interviewed Brianna Wu and Zoe Quinn.
As if they matter.
Yeah.
No, MTV never mattered. They're not music TV anymore.
It's like ever since MTV, they used to be known as a good music video channel. Now they're just like they resort to reality shows and very crappy bad shows.
I got from Saturday Night Live what they called MTV maternity television. It's like the 16 pregnant thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they really turned horrible.
Well, that pretty much like started in the mid '90s or so. I mean, and even like through the TRL years in the late '90s.
I blame Carson Daly.
You know, I think it was really the producers of Total Request Live because it's like the show started out pretty good, and I'm using the term pretty good loosely. Don't get me wrong. In the context of what it was and when it was pretty good. But what happened was it got so popular that they commercialized it to the point where there was so much ad revenue being purchased that they just kept cutting it down and cutting it down and cutting it down to where not only were you not getting the entire music video, you weren't getting the entire top 10. They would like maybe just say the name of a song and then be like move on to the next one and then maybe 30 seconds here and then commercial. And if you were lucky, you would get the entire video of the #1 song. And when that show first started, you would get like an entire Britney Spears video, the entire video, like all like 4.5, 5 minutes of it.
Oh yes.
And it's like, and a lot of times, like especially before the commercialization, like I think is what Viacom really got, their nose buried into MTV's asshole. Basically, music videos used to really tell stories. And I feel like they kind of are again now that we've got YouTube and Vimeo and stuff like that. But it's like back in the day, man. It's like you watch like 80s metal band videos or like ZZ Top. It's like they had like full on fucking production stories going on in those videos where you're just like, I have no idea what this has to do with the song, but it's fucking cool.
It's cool as shit. Yeah.
I miss those days too.
Yeah, I do too. It just got destroyed when you really think about it. Streaming music videos just became so popular on YouTube, and it's like everyone wanted to see their
haven't
music
tried that
videos
yet.
on
I'm still
YouTube, not wait
close to
and
do
watch a
that.
TV show to see their music videos. It's like they wanted it now, though.
Yeah, it used to be about the music. Now it's like I just miss the old one. The old days when they just basically just show music videos that you never even heard, bands you never even heard of, rap groups you never heard of, alternative groups you never heard of. But now it's like they basically just show Britney Spears and all these other groups that we just get tired of listening to.
Yeah, even the music award shows got bad after a while. They promoted the same artists that were in the same categories.
It's like
It was basically manufactured music.
Yeah.
It wasn't created out of the heart or like what we all view as videos, but
Holy shit, dude! Like really, whoever was just talking.
That's Leon.
Yeah, Leon, are you like beneath an entire ocean?
Turn off your screen share. Like turn off your screen share, buddy. It's not working.
I don't think Leon though. I think no, I don't think that's what's causing Leon this like underwater.
Yeah, let me go ahead and lower the latency here and see if that works.
Oh, MTV. I think the worst I've seen of MTV was the years when Twilight was winning awards at the movie awards. That was bad.
Dude, I stopped watching that shit in 2003. What are you talking about? I'm fucking old, alright? Like, I've been around the block.
That was when
how's my voice?
Oh man.
Guys, how's my audio?
It's still bad.
It's
still bad, but a little
my
better.
Screen share. Let me check one more thing.
I think that was the days when Lord of the Rings was still around.
How about now?
Needs work.
How about now?
Still needs work.
This is like a 2002 Verizon wireless commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Oh my god.
Yeah, and I just remember the guy always said good.
How about my audio now? I just
Yay, now we have a hit.
Okay, there's some my audio was shit, so I unplugged and put it back in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Heyo.
What? Oh. What?
You got the joke.
Shit. I'll put back on the gameplay capture after this mission's done.
That's fine.
Damn, I get shot from every direction.
So you're getting shot at every direction.
Every direction, yeah. Shit. God damn it.
Straight out of Compton's shot out?
Yep.
Okay.
Straight out of letters. I think that's gonna be my new one. Like I'm just gonna put like LGBT and then put a period and then put straight out of letters.
Yeah, I used to remember an inside joke that my friend did about Wonder Woman. He put like a question mark, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Oh my god, speaking of Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot to play Wonder Woman, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate Zack Snyder, but he really... Oh god,
he's risking it.
He's such a fail. Like,
you know what
okay.
I've been hearing? Oh, sorry.
Gal Gadot is fucking hot, okay? She
Yeah.
really is, but she is
Yeah.
not Wonder Woman. In a street fight, she's gonna get behind me, alright? Like, she's not gonna be protecting and saving anybody, alright? So don't fucking kid yourselves. It's like... No, not gonna happen. You
Yeah.
you cast a real woman, like a real womanly Amazon body to play Wonder Woman. You don't cast a size 0 fucking runway model. And be like, well, she was in the Jewish army. Well, yeah, that's because they're required to do service for 2 years.
How's my
dumbass.
audio? Is it still good?
You're
Yeah,
good.
good.
Okay, good.
Don't worry.
That movie better be good. Who knows? I feel like it's. I mean, people are going to be waiting 4 years. It was announced in 2013, for goodness sakes.
Screen
So-
share.
Oh my god, we don't even know how that movie will turn out. If it doesn't make more money than Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion, that would be sad.
Oh man.
It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be Fantastic Four level of shit. And the only redeeming quality about it is gonna be the fact that Ben Affleck's in it. And I'm telling you,
He's
wait
Batman.
for it. Wait for it. The reviews are gonna come out and they're gonna be like, God, this is a terrible movie, but Ben Affleck delivered a solid performance.
I'm Batman.
Dude,
Oh.
I remember that movie, The Fantastic Four
Shit.
movie got
Okay,
hit
JT, can I ask JT something? Remember when we were talking about offensive names? There's
Yeah.
someone here with the name Baby Seal Clubber. I thought we had the most. I thought you had a very offensive name, but his is even worse.
You know, it's really sad. Like, the Fantastic Four's name's been so tarnished badly, and it's like there's not even comic books being produced by Marvel no more. They're still around, but
Have
it's
they
like
ever actually had a? Have they ever had a good time when they were on the screen?
Like the first movie where Chris Evans was a Human Torch. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like even the back in the early days with it, like old time cartoon, it was like cheesy as fuck.
Yeah,
Which version? The 90s version or the 2000 version?
I'm talking like the 80s version or the 70s version
oh, I remember that. Yeah,
with mole people and
the Mole Man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
actually like
dude.
yeah.
That's the thing, though. The Fantastic Four should have had another villain. Why pick Doctor Doom as your first villain in the movie? I'm like, goodness sakes, man! Like, you shot yourself in the foot asking for it.
He was always the villain in the Fantastic Four.
But
Yeah,
he's not the only villain.
yeah.
He's just
But it
the only
was
one you ever hear about.
It was just another origin story for them. And the reality is, you brought up the thing about them not producing comics. I mean, that's a strategic move. They're trying to make Fantastic Four irrelevant, so that way they'll give up the property and give it back to Marvel. And I'm with a lot of people that, you know, pretty much said, look, this film was designed to fail. Anyways, all it was is just a way to renew their license on it because of the way copyright law works in the U.S.
Oh, somebody's in a chat saying, "He who shall not be named, the less spurgy one, is doing articles on TB."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He never learns.
It's not the Mad Dog one, the other one.
I'll fucking say it. John Kelly, stop jumping the shark. Like, right now, you are, like, pulling a Fonzie. Like, come on, man. You're smarter than that.
No, he's my problem with John Kelly is he's gone progressively worse. I don't know what it is, but he used to be an okay guy, and it started like when me and Lisa were doing a stream, and Lisa says when he left the room, he went crazy, and she had to unlist the video because how bad Kelly was.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw that shit that happened the other day between him and Liana Kay, and I'm just like, dude, just what? Just no. Just stop. And it's like she made a very poignant argument, and she said this to many people before, and she's right. She's like, how are you going to have an honest debate with me about the quote-unquote Gamers Are Dead articles if you haven't read them? You
Yep.
know, and it's like you can't argue against that. It's just like, hello, think McFly, think. Even I haven't read all of them because I don't fucking care. That's not my issue. Isn't the Gamers Are Dead articles? That's not my. To me, that's just them being bad bloggers. My issue is actually with the real ethical fucking breaches, the nepotism, the writing about your friends. It's like that kind of stuff where it's just like,
Yeah.
look, I already have enough shit to nail you to the fucking wall. You being an asshole to your your core demographic is just shit I could nitpick at because I got nothing better to do. But in reality, if I was going to go into a serious debate about, Gamergate and its issues and stuff like that, the Game Journal's pros, the pros email list would be a much higher priority for me to discuss than the content of the articles of them claiming gamer identity is dead. Like, that's fucking politics. I don't give a shit about that. I want to talk about what they did. That's the problem with the whole ideological notion of approaching, and maybe some of you guys disagree with me on this. It's like when it comes to like true Gamergate stuff, I like to focus purely on the ethics. Now, when it comes to dealing with SJWs and all that bullshit, I can do that without the Gamergate hashtag, because I hated most of these motherfuckers before Gamergate because of what they did to the trans community, the gay community. It's like what they did
Cosplay community.
what they did to bronies, cosplay, like everything. It's like all the
Even
different.
the anime community.
Are they
Oh,
pretty,
God,
are they
yeah.
pretty much Jim's video on Pretender Syndrome? Are they pretty much all that?
At this point, they're fucking everywhere. Like they
basically they just come into communities and try to act like they're high in the community immediately and try to police it.
Yep.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their tactic. It's like they kick open the door and then they're like, this is sexist, this is misogynistic, this is the patriarchy, blah 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 blah. Now change it.
Their cultural
It's like yeah, that's really what it is. And that's why their favorite term is cultural appropriation. Because what they're doing is they're going around appropriating everybody else's culture. And then they're trying to, essentially colonialize and spread their cultish ideology amongst all of these cultures that they're, essentially trying to appropriate.
Yeah.
They should, I know. Did you know about the Lady Planeswalker Society?
Sounds like something I've heard of, but I don't know any details.
I think I heard Matt and Beard talking about them.
Is that like Magic the Gathering or something?
Yes, they are the Magic the Gathering group. They happen to be. I encountered one of the members from. It turns out that they did. One of the members did a panel with Brianna Wu at PAX in Seattle back in, I believe, 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She seems like the person that is in that thing seems like a very nice person.
Well, the issue in the Magic the Gathering community going on right now, and somebody wanted to get me on a live stream to talk about this stuff specifically, but basically it's just that they're trying to push the whole. They're creating something out of nothing. Like, an example would be like, I'm sure you've all heard or said at one point in your life, dude, you just got raped in a game. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, now they're trying to be like, they make it sound like that is a widespread, universal cultural problem within the Magic community. And it's just like, I haven't heard anybody use that fucking phrase in a game since I stopped playing Halo Reach in like 2006, 7, whenever that fucking was. 8, like whenever Reach was popular. Like whenever I stopped playing Halo Reach, I haven't heard it since. So it's like, dude, I'm sure there are probably some prepubescent little boys out there who fucking talk like that. But it's like, really? I go to Friday Night Magic almost every single week, and everyone, for the most part, there are 2 minors that come, That's it, just 2 minors. The rest are all adults, most of them between 25 and 30. We don't fucking talk like that to each other. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, guess who mentioned that a while back? Mentioned that he was called a fag on on Xbox Live.
Who?
Adam Sessler.
Oh, Sessler. Okay, I met Sessler, and God, he was so fucking high when I met him. Just beyond. Like he had to be I don't know. Like fucking heroin. Like I don't know. And what was funny was before E3, he hadn't blocked me on Twitter, but I said I was going to E3, and somebody was just like, "Oh, you could hang out with Adam Sessler, blah 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 blah," and my Twitter followers, so they jumped on and they started posting a bunch of Adam Sessler cocaine memes. And the thing is, I didn't indulge in it because I'm not gonna publicly, bash somebody in the industry unless I actually have a personal beef with them where they've attacked me personally, or I feel like I need a reason to. His drug addiction or whatever isn't a reason for me to need to come after him, and it's like I've never had a reason to go, oh, I need to make fun of Sessler for this. But he blocked me anyways, just because I was tagged with those fucking people saying that stuff. And then I met him in real life, and I just wanted to be like, yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah, he gets
it's all true.
Yeah, he gets very sensitive when someone mentions cocaine.
Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter because I told him, hey man, you were in the wrong for what you said to event status on Twitter, and I sent him event status, his video, and I got blocked. So yeah.
I've been wondering, actually, lately, has speaking of speaking of Sessler, the other guy, Jim. Yeah, has he calmed down or something? Because I saw him finally do a video.
No, I'm not picking it up just yet.
Whoa, hold up. Okay, continue.
I don't know, I saw him do that video recently about the Metal Gear Solid thing with
sorry,
TV
that was
and
one of you guys
another guy.
Oh, you were talking about.
Has he calmed down lately?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, I heard a ghost.
Maybe SJW's invaded your house or some shit.
No, I heard the ghost of Voldemort. But to answer the question, it seems to me that Total Biscuit is systematically crossing the aisle, trying to repair some of the damage that was dealt, throughout the initial blowback of Gamergate from the start. Because it seems like some people were caught in the crossfires just because they didn't really understand what was going on, and they kind of took the initial gut reaction of they read the narrative that they were getting from their media, and they're just like, oh my god, this harassment of women is fucking horrible, and eventually somebody sat down and fucking explained it to them, and then they just kind of shut up about it. So I think that's true for a lot of people. I mean, and then we saw what happened with Ian Miles Chung, how he did a 180 where he's just like, Jesus Christ, these people are fucking crazy. I had no idea it was this bad. And I suspect many more people, had that same realization at some point. So
what's his name?
Stuart Park.
Yeah.
Left. Jeez. Yeah. What did Suey Park do? Yeah, she didn't want nothing to do with him no more.
Does this have something to do with she got overruled by Chew, didn't she?
I think Chew wrote some article, or I forgot what he did though. But there was a lot of things I think they did that pissed Suey Park off, and I know Anita came on the Colbert show, and I'm sure Suey Park got pissed off at her because of that though, because she was very against Stephen Colbert.
I'll just play her by ear whenever she shows up again.
I heard King Kapol was supposed to do an interview with Suey Park. I don't know. He said something about that on the stream.
We were on Ralph's stream the other day. We were joking about how he should get her on. He's working on a new video apparently about Sarah Butts, but you know, whatever. There's nothing for him to say that isn't already out there in the public domain.
What is Ralph's focus right now? Because he seems to be basically there's not much going on, so he's just focusing on smaller things like
King of Pole tried to make a video about her.
oh.
Well, I mean, Ralph is doing his stream once or twice a week. I'm
talking like articles. I mean, like.
The thing is, I think he's doing what he's always been doing, just sticking to topical news. It's just been very.
No, I mean, like he's been focusing on particular people though, like Margaret and Dry Bones.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he has his issues with those two though, but he just focuses on like the Gamergate stuff, whatever's relevant or whatever's currently going on. He'll like talk about it in his articles and stuff, and he'll do streams about it too.
Yeah, I'll actually watch him doing those.
Yeah, his streams are funny.
For me personally, I think calling out, fucked up shit within our own side of the tracks is important. I think it keeps the dialogue healthy.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just wondering because it seems kind of beneath him most of the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something right now about Margaret Gale. Margaret was defending trolls, and then suddenly people on 8chan. I know you don't like them. I know you don't like GG Revolt because they're cancer, as you mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dan still in charge of that place?
I don't know. He basically gave up on it a while back because basically his intentions, Zan's intentions, were to make that into a containment field for shills and all that other shit that's going on on 8chan because they were basically fed up with people deleting discussions about what was going on and also email campaigns and all that other shit that Acid Man did. He basically deleted certain discussions in Gate because he didn't like the shilling stuff, and the fact that there was like they were basically saying, "Why are you censoring me?" Blah 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 excuse. Yeah. Well, the thing is that I can understand the issue of derailment of the conversation issue that they had in Gamergate HQ, but they just want people to focus on the issue. But on Revolt, they basically just randomly just post shit on there. And what happened was Margaret Gale got pissed off at them for talking shit about her.
That's the thing that I don't like with the chants, because even, like, I know not recently, Sarah Butts has been on 8chan, and then she tried to mislead people and spread misinformation to get people to turn against Ralph and Milo and Christina Hoff Summers. It's on that lolcow thread. And I forgot who said it, though. Someone said that Gamer Ghazi was going in there and trying to fuck shit up and trying to get people in Gamergate. And they were trying to spread misinformation and get people to turn against each other, too.
Hey, what was that?
You gotta be careful about, though.
Then there was that other thing where somebody set up like a CP bot.
Yeah, that was Lorelei Bailey.
Oh my god, wow.
Yeah, well, I know other stuff too. That's the reason why I don't like GG Revolt. And I posted something about it on the Facebook group the other day, and I was just like, I basically an I know what you did kind of thing to GG Revolt, and I posted my typical The Rock meme of him doing the eyebrow because it's just like, I know about some of the shit that went down on there, and I don't approve it at all. I don't condone it. I'm not for it. I'm not a part of it. I want nothing to do with it, and that's why I, made fun of it on Twitter, and I changed my social or approved social justice warriors with an O code authority to GG, because it's just like that's what they're doing. They're being just a bunch of paranoid fucking tinfoil hat motherfuckers at this point, and they're doing things that are affecting the real world in a very negative way. I'm not going to name names. You know who you are. And it's not fucking cool. It's not. It doesn't help the cause. It's like, and just like I said earlier, there's enough shit on these people already that any sane organization would have fired them. And if that wasn't enough to get rid of them, what do you think elevating it is really gonna do anything? It's like, and then once you start getting fucking crazier with this shit, then it just discredits everything you said before it. So sometimes you just got to take your lumps, It's like we got SPJ, we got real, quote unquote, real journalists to say, no, these were ethical failings. This is where people fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have do this. We want to do better. How can the mainstream press do better? And then just, move forward with that and just go, all right, that's another fucking victory. It's like, I don't know what else to say, because the reality is, unless we can get some serious fucking dirt on Ben Kuchera, Steven Totillo, they're not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah, they've been just basically, Zara Butts is just basically distracting us. And the fact is, I told people, just ignore her. Just freaking block her. Don't fucking pay attention to her, because the fact is, she's just gonna lie all the way to the fucking bank.
Yeah.
And then she has her like her she acts completely in the opposite way when she's on Ghazi, when Ghazi messes up.
Yeah.
Like they had that one guy who accidentally doxed three AAA devs, and she's basically like, oh, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, that's basically, she basically knows that that's the intention.
Yeah, Sarah Butts is just out there to get a rise out of people, though. I mean, when you look at her picture on Twitter, man, I mean, it represents pedophilia all over. I mean, come on, man. How low can you get?
And they still follow her. Felicia Day, Anita Sarkeesian, Randy Harper, Brianna Wu. They all follow her.
Hey, Gamergate, maybe you should send that video Kingo Pole made to Felicia Day so she sees it. Just spam it towards her.
No, she won't. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, but then again, she doesn't go on Twitter. She has probably someone handling her Twitter account now.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that someone told me that we should dig into the fact that someone got fired because of her.
Yeah, but that is news. That's news. I already know about that. That
was like a long time ago.
At Destructoid.
Yeah, for asking the question, are you a glorified booth babe?
I don't know about Felicia Day no more.
Yeah, and they wonder how did this person lose their job at Destructoid because of her?
Because she goes to Build-A-Bear and builds a transsexual Santa Claus. Didn't you watch her stream the other day?
Well, that was on Ralph's stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing a dramatic reading of the intro to her book.
Oh, God. She totally plays the victim in that. I'm like, Felicia, are you sure when you were walking across the street, you weren't like at Comic-Con or a convention somewhere where these guys in gamer t-shirts are wearing? Are you sure you're not mistaken, Felicia? It was just like hearing her like talk all about this stuff. It just was like, Felicia, you go to conventions all the time. You see people in gamer shirts all the time. I mean, goodness sakes, you were just at Comic-Con in the month of July, and then like you still play the victim. Act like everyone's out to get you.
I think she wants to get in on whatever the other three want.
Yeah, goodness sakes, she should have been in that movie. Forget Jennifer Lopez. She should have been in the movie enough.
I mean, like,
you were meant for that role, Felicia.
they're trying to. I think they're trying to shove her in our face, just so that they can try to do the same thing. Since the other three have lost their luster.
Yeah. Besides, hell no, you're not my queen either, Felicia. I'm sorry. I'll pick anyone, any girl out there in geek culture to be my queen. But Felicia, no, Felicia. If you were our queen, Felicia, you would have stood up for gamers when those gamers were dead articles came out. But nah, you didn't, though.
You want to know why she wouldn't do it? Because she had an image. She wanted people to respect her. And the funny thing is, she lost her job at Supernatural. She was killed off.
Yeah. Because she was saying in the book that she had a hard time or wasn't able to. I don't know. She just didn't put an effort to try to get work or something like that for TV roles or movies.
I know. And
Hey! Work is hard. And when you're a feminist, you don't work. That's what men are for, goddammit. Now give women your money.
Wow, that's actually a perfect thing to say.
Oh
That's
my
actually
God.
a good way of saying it. Nice job.
Yeah. The only type of work they do is play victimhood. That's it, really. And donate to my Patreon. Shit.
You know, one of the things I found out yesterday is, I don't know if you can still do this, because I know Chloe Segal got in a shitload of trouble for trying this, but the woman who essentially wrote the SJW playbook to how to, essentially infect and take over every single media website, she got her sex change funded through Indiegogo. And I'm like, isn't that against their terms of services? Like, I didn't know you could crowdsource medical expenses through Indiegogo. And I found an article, like the original Indiegogo is still posted, so it's like, and that's been archived several times throughout the years. I found it funny to see how many times it was archived. But then there was like an article written about it, and it was basically like she did the crowdfunding campaign right after she wrote her quote-unquote open letter to Kotaku, Polygon, and a few other media organizations, basically saying you need to insert SockJust into gaming now, or else you're just misogynistic shitlords. I'm summarizing, of course, but you understand the gist of it. I had the articles posted on my Twitter. You can read it for yourself.
I got a scoot.
But yeah, no, I found it fascinating, just the crowdsourcing thing.
Yeah.
So I got a scoot. It's been nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll look around because I do like doing hangouts.
Yeah, if I ever get the chance to, I do it randomly.
Yeah, like I usually it's either yours or you guys ever seen Scratch Point?
No,
He's not that loud. He does his little anti-SJW show. And sometimes he has hangouts too.
I might watch it if just go ahead and link me that on Twitter and I'll.
I don't know. I think the person I like right now is like Louis Laval or whoever.
Oh yeah, Louis Laval. That guy's fucking cool. That guy is like he is the next Sargon of Akkad.
Apparently, Ralph has a time machine because he just posted an article on August 25th.
Oh, so that's where our time machine is.
Ralph's far away. Oh my god, I'm totally tweeting this out. I'm gonna be like,
oh man, the Ralph retort has a time machine. That's.
Here we go. Okay, confirmed.
Well, I'll see you guys.
Ralph retort is in possession of the Gamergate time machine.
God damn it, Ralph. We needed that time machine.
Dude, man, you could go back to DC and warn everyone about the bomb threat, man.
Yeah, holding at a secret location
tonight.
Yeah.
Bomber Chew.
Bomber Chew.
You know what?
You
know my favorite This Ends Tonight joke is? It's one where it shows Arthur Chew as the head on the guy from Hatred, Spotty.
Yeah.
It ends tonight.
Speaking of like the hatred guy, it's like, did you watch the Teal Deer's like MGTOW like rebuttal video?
I gotta see that video. Actually.
Oh my god, it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. And I went to the guy's video and I was just like, hey, are you the inspiration for the gay hatred? It was great. It was fun. I had a good time with it. Cause he does. He looks like he's got the hair and the face. And it's like the whole trench coat. Like I'm fucking. And I think it's hilarious they pronounce it Big Tau. I'm like, could you be more of a fag? Like really? It's an acronym. And I was like, what's the inverse to that? You know, men going their own way, women going their own way. Really? We call them, well, you know, it's like it used to just be called a bachelor or a bachelorette. It's like now we're calling MGTOW now, you know? I don't, you know, because I don't want my Jewish mother to know that I'm still fucking single.
Jewish. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're killing me, Tar.
How you been? How you been since the LA
DG in
meetup?
LA? Oh, it's been fun. Dang.
You get any more big wangs?
Yeah, you know, I did get tipsy in LA though.
Dude,
Some guy.
I left my wings at Big Wangs. Like, how fucked up is that? I spent, like, seriously, like, I was so pressed for cash, and it was the end of E3, and it's like, I totally shouldn't have bought food at all, and it's like, I was exhausted, I maybe ate half of it, and I fucking left it there, and I was just like, oh, god damn it. I'm like, at least if I could turn this into 2 meals, I can kind of justify what I spent. And my dumbass, I was too busy fucking all over Mercedes. I couldn't, you know, the blood wasn't in the right part of my body at the moment, and I totally forgot what I was doing.
Oh, Mercedes was awesome. It was good talking to her. She gave me some good ass advice. Dude, just about, I asked her some question about older women. She said something like, well, you see, just go for it. If she doesn't want to fuck you, then fuck them. You know, move on to someone else. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Nah, she's fucking awesome, though. Her, just everyone else, though. Some guy bought a bunch of shots for everyone in Gamergate, and then we all started taking shots. Oh, and one guy and one of the guys got drunk, and then some security told him to sit down, and I had to talk to this guy. I had to tell him, yo, man, you need to calm the fuck down, dude. Don't fucking embarrass us. Now is not the time to embarrass us. And luckily, his girlfriend took him out of there, and he went home. Dude, we were there till like fucking 1 in the morning, though. It was just me, Michael, Wari, and Jenny, and the people at Base Gamer. We were there till like fucking 1 in the morning. And then we were just talking outside after a while, too. It was fun. I had a great time at GG in LA. And then, like, a few weeks later on, I went to San Diego Comic-Con, too, and it was a blast, except the part when my friend ditched me and left me hanging, but oh well, fuck him. Though, but I met some Gamergate people. I met up with Wari there, and one of the guys that was with us in LA, his name was Alan. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan, he was there with us at San Diego Comic-Con, so I hung out with him and stuff. And there was this Gamergate panel or something. I thought these people were going to talk about Gamergate, but they just used it as to get buzz around their panel, though. And the journalist, I forgot their names, though. It's on YouTube, but the audio shit, though. And so me, Wari, and Alan, and some other people, Monday and Matt was actually there too. I did see him, but I didn't even know it was him. But Wari talked to Monday and Matt, he said, that because if you look at Monday Matt's Thursday San Diego Comic-Con video, he does say that someone like found him. Yeah, that was Wari. He did find Monday and Matt, and they had a little conversation. He's just very discreet about his identity or getting out there.
Yeah, I know, we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Jenny is a nice person, and the guys she was with, they were cool as hell. To hang out with and everything. But it's like I'm on their site right now. They've only had, like, I'm clicking their all. They only have 12 posts. That's it. And they asked for how much fucking money? And it's like,
Yeah.
meanwhile, Lewd Gamer didn't ask for a fucking dime, and we've posted like fucking probably in the hundreds of articles at this fucking point, and we didn't ask anybody for shit. So it's just like, and just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, get on it. You
Yeah,
got
she's got a
paid.
lot.
It's time.
Yeah, she's
It's
got a
time to
lot.
put out some work.
No, I know. She just needs to get busy, though. I mean, we talk. I mean, me and her talk on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, the site is polished. It looks great, but it's time to start releasing that content.
Oh no, definitely though. The one thing I've only
Okay,
seen of
JT,
them
stop
is the
losing.
YouTube videos, though, on their base gamer channel. But that's it so far. But we're just waiting for the site to get finished. But yeah, they just got a lot of work to do on it, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing they gotta worry about is just getting that site done. But yeah, I mean, we just talked though. I mean, it was a fun night though. I had a really great time, and there was a little Gamergate gathering around San Diego Comic Con, but only 6 people showed up, and we went to Hooters, and I had to tweet to so many people to get it to get favorites and retweets. I tweeted it to Ralph, Queenie, I had to tweet it to Remy and Mercedes, and they signal boosted us big time, and a bunch of people started tweeting me and sending me messages when all of us were at Hooters. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good series.
Yeah, and I met Adam Baldwin at Comic Con. We talked. He's a very busy dude, though. He gave me a pat on the back when I said, "Adam, man, you're not the only one here. I'm Gamergate," and he just patted me on the back. Very cool dude.
Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter.
What'd you do?
He blocked.
Why?
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing. I just basically.
JT.
I think he hates the 9/11 memes.
Probably. I mean, he is a Republican.
Yeah, but I did. The only thing I posted was just Sarah Butt's quotes of 9/11 memes.
Oh my god.
That's what I did. I basically just posted a bunch of Sarah Butt quotes and 9/11 memes. That was pretty much it. And yet people don't pay attention to that. That's sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one thing I did find funny at Comic Con is, I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of SJW panels there, but the majority of people that go to Comic Con, no one really gives a shit about what SJWs have to say. No one cares.
Well, nobody cares, and they've just got, the thing is, they've got deep fucking pockets. Like, that's really, at the end of the day, that's what's going on here. They think that, they're going to be able to recruit people into their fucking cult, and they might get a few here or there, but the way I look at this, the way this is going to, like, hit critical mass for them, because they're going to tear each other apart, you've got a more politically driven, much more educated sector of it, and that's the one coming out of university. And they're the ones with all the money and power, and they're essentially manipulating all these pawns with no lives, very low self-esteem, much younger than them, because the people doing the manipulating are all women my age or older. It's like, and they're manipulating these younger kids to just go out and be their little pawns on the internet. Well, it's like, what happens when you try to manipulate young people into doing what you want? Eventually, they grow out of it. And, just like my parents, raised me in a religious household and brainwashed me into, the church and all that. Now it's like I'm not an atheist. I'm agnostic, but I'm the kind of Christian who says, God, Old Testament God's an asshole. It's like, and that's not the child my parents are raising at all. So it's like they can try to force this ideology down the throats of a next generation, but it's not going to work. It's going to bite them in the ass hard. in 5 or 10 years, because they're all gonna grow up and be like, "Fuck you, mom." It's like that's the attitude that they're gonna have, and they're just they're gonna pull a
Yeah,
fucking
and it's like
Miley Cyrus and Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan, and they're gonna go off the fucking wagon, and they're gonna be worse than we are. Like they're gonna
That's
be.
true. That is
Yeah.
true, though. That's very true. I know a lot of people. I know some people that were really religious. I mean, I grew up with a lot of kids. They were religious. They were in a strong religious household, and when they get older, it's like they tend to leave the church or not want anything to do with their parents. And it's like sometimes these parents get upset, but it's like, well, if you didn't want this to happen, don't mind me saying this, maybe you weren't meant to have kids. I don't know. Or maybe you tried too hard to be a parent, Maybe you should have been
Go ahead
there.
and talk. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my little opinion about
My
it.
opinion about like Christians trying to spread their things is like try to force their beliefs on others is and I want to say this is ammunition you can use against Christians in the Bible itself. Jesus says don't try to force other people into this. You can't force them. You really can't. And most of hardlining Christians don't see that they're not supposed to do that. Like they try to say, oh, gay marriage is wrong, all that kind of stuff, and then they just force their narrative or their beliefs. It's like you're not supposed to do that as a Christian.
That's wrong.
They don't see it though.
Yeah.
They will. We all grow up sometime.
Yeah.
But that's just it. You gotta understand, these people, they don't come from religious households. So for them, this is their religion. And eventually, they'll grow out of it. They will have their they'll have their teeth kicked in by the real world.
You know what?
So
I told this to my mom how they reacted and stuff. How I got in a little Twitter fight when I was defending Chloe Price on Twitter from a former Gawker intern, and basically I was telling my mom about this whole fight and stuff, and she says, and how he was complaining, "Don't make fun of my very real job like that." And I was telling my mom this and stuff, and she says, "Internship isn't a real job. Try working as a janitor for 1 year," which I had to do. I was once a janitor. Try doing that.
yeah, I worked at Taco Bell when I was in high school to pay for my first car.
Oh wow, I worked in Taco Bell when I was in high school too.
And I still eat that garbage.
I cut grass for my family and painted houses. That was basically how I earned my living at 14.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, they paid you for that? See, you're lucky.
No, I had to do basically. I lived in a military town, a small little military town called that's like nearby Fort. You ever heard of Fort Hood, right? Where they had that shoot.
Colleen is what it's
Yeah,
called.
Colleen, Texas. Fort Hood. We basically clean houses and we basically paint the houses. We basically paint the inside so we can make it brand spanking new so that new military families can move in. That's basically what our job was. We were basically the cleaning service. And I used to remember the times when I basically had to, clean the house, paint the freaking room, and also we had to mix freaking goddamn chlorine with freaking goddamn with ammonia. Oh god, that was fucking bad.
Oh, ammonia. Oh my god, don't get me started about having to clean with that stuff.
That
can
was
do damage to your body.
I know, and I fucking tried to tell my mom, and she just didn't want to freaking listen to me.
Let me guess, had long-term effects.
Yeah, it basically made her not able to fucking. She basically had asthma problems.
Oh yeah, I was working with something that was just as potent as ammonia. It's called baseboard cleaner. Oh my god, it's a spray, this aerosol spray. When you spray it and stuff, it's not like a cleaning solution, it's an aerosol spray, so stuff gets in the air. It was the most potent stuff. I had to work with, like, 3 months I was working as a janitor cleaning up the school, my local elementary, junior high, and high school, and the stuff made me so sick and stuff, and the janitor was just saying, oh, grow some backbone, the head janitor, and the superintendent finally saw me, because I was still a student at this time, pulled me aside and says, you will stop doing this, janitor had a problem, and they says, do you want to be fired? And we're like, no, and he went like, then stop it, like that, and they got me like, they finally got me like, they said, how they basically said is, you have to have a freaking respirator when you work with stuff like that. It is very powerful stuff, and I'm not going to lie, if those SJWs try doing what I did for a whole summer for just one day, you know they're going to whine about it.
Yep, they did.
SJWs whine about anything these days. Everything is offensive to them. That's what's funny.
Are you being oppressed? Join us.
You know what I have to say? If they were told to do janitor work or something like that, they're going to say, oh, you're racist for telling me I had to do this, like that. I'm a woman, you're telling me I have to do janitorial work or something stupid like that. Or in most of the cases around here, a lot of the jobs around here that I really couldn't do because of my health reasons, lumber mills. I've worked at lumber mills. I've worked at welding shops before. Those things are... These SJWs have no idea how tough it is to be a lumberjack. They don't. I mean, yes, you have chainsaws now, but still. You still have to do a lot of heavy lifting. It's a labor-intensive work that these whiny little bastards that type on the computers all the time couldn't handle. No, I just have to say this: put them one day working at a mill, a welding shop, janitor, being a janitor. They will stop their bitching and moaning about life being too hard.
You almost want to call the stream over. It's almost, I think, been 3 hours since I guess you guys been streaming.
Yeah, been streaming for 3 hours. Well, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and tell you guys that this was an interesting stream to have this interesting conversation about stuff that happened in Gamergate. I wanted to make fun of things, but unfortunately everyone decided to put out stuff that was like...
We can
I'm
still
sorry.
do some,
I didn't know you wanted
not
to
your
stick
fault.
more to shit talking.
No,
I
it wasn't.
didn't know.
No. We were basically talking about... I wanted to make fun of Ashley Lynch because she kept freaking belittling people. And it's like, I think it's time we belittle her with some of our jokes. Like, I already made fun of her today. I already just said, Matt, she looks... we know her identity, and she is Matt Damon, by the way.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Oh man, are you guys gonna see a new movie with Matt Damon in it?
Hell no, I'm not a
You
Matt
mean
Damon.
Ashley Lynch?
Yeah, the Ashley Lynch movie about being stuck on Mars. Only we can hope.
God, not after. What was that? Matthew McConaughey. After Interstellar? Fuck that. I'm done with Matt Damon in space. No thanks.
Why not? You know what? There was like they were talking with scientists about the movie Armageddon and how they said how you take an asteroid and they were like, it would be a good idea to send what's his name and Bruce Wilson out of space, but not for that reason. Yeah.
Well, okay. What is the plot of this new Mars movie?
They do a manned mission to Mars and stuff like that, and they do this manned mission to Mars. They fly a long distance, and long thing. Worst first comes is they leave this guy for dead. Basically, they leave this astronaut for dead, and they find, and then he somehow survives on Mars, and he's in this like habitat, and he has to survive for like I don't know. It's just basically The Martian. I can't describe it. I'm gonna read the book.
Okay,
but,
so it's George Clooney's Moon, except instead of being on the space station, it's on Mars.
yeah,
Or what? Then what was the one with George Clooney?
I don't know.
Okay, not the one where they mined ore from the moon. The one where it's like they're on the space station and they're trying to repair it and they're stuck out like they're gonna die. Gravity, that was it. Gravity.
Gravity was actually
So it's
a good movie.
Oh God, I'm sorry. After you can't top 2001: A Space Odyssey, and the closest you're ever gonna get is 2010. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I know it's like in 2010 isn't even close to 2001. It's just like 2001 is the creme de la creme. Now it's like if they were gonna do the Now I understand where they're coming from because this film is actually what NASA wants to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of a way to get that dialogue going in the public because the reality is, well, if we're ever really going to colonize Mars or properly study it, the reality is it's a one-way trip. It's like you're gonna send maybe a handful of people with enough equipment and food to survive for as long as they possibly can, but that's it. Once they're there, they're stuck there. So
I've seen the plans what they have, and they could make return vehicles. But the point is I mean, it'd be like you would be there for 4 years until another ship gets back. But it's definitely different to get into that.
You know what's so funny about this is that I remember another movie that was basically about Mars, and I forgot what that movie was. It starred Val Kilmer.
yeah, I was going to talk about that one, and it's the best one, and it's called Stargate.
Oh,
Stargate!
Yes.
It doesn't get any better than Stargate when it comes to sci-fi fantasy. It's like what this new Matt Damon one, because it's like once you started talking about, I figured that's what I wasn't sure if that was the plot, but it is. But it's like no, Stargate is fucking awesome. Oh, Mission to Mars. Oh God, ooh, that's what Gary Sinise, right? Yeah. No, the best Gary Sinise moment is when he is on the boat and Forrest Gump in the middle of the hurricane where he's just flipping off. He's like, "Is that the best you can do? Fuck you!" Like, it's great.
I remember the ending of that movie was like he said, "Fuck this planet."
Yeah. Well, that's what my girlfriend's talking about. Where she's like, "Yeah, fuck this planet." So, but no, Stargate is great. Now the thing is, like, I would only recommend watching the Stargate movie because James Spader's in it. But a much better way to approach it would be to watch Stargate the television show and start with the first episode.
I did watch that whole series.
Oh God, it's so damn good. I was in the middle of Atlantis before they stopped their deal broke down with Netflix. So I need to finish the show because it's so damn good.
I think they're still continuing on. I think they're probably gonna put it on on Blu-ray or something if they're planning to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't already on Blu-ray. At least DVD or something already. All right, so we'll do one joking topic then before we call it a day. How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
And that is Thinner Beauty.
Thinner
Are
Beauty.
are you for Project Harpoon or against it?
Personally, I understand they're doing that for fun, the fun of it. I don't really care for it. They can do whatever the hell they want. It's Photoshop. What do you expect?
Yeah.
What is
about you
that?
guys?
I need to know. I'm new to that. I've never heard of Thinner Beauty before.
Oh my God, you need to look up Milo's article on it. It's
okay.
hilarious. To me, it's hilarious because it basically what happened was a lot of people, they said, you know what, we're sick and tired of this body shaming of attractive, athletic women in video games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, you know what, we're just going to Photoshop all these fat bitches off Instagram and Tumblr and all that stuff, and we're just going to make them look thinner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I heard about something going around on Twitter, though. And
And
it's
it's just
you to thank us for making you thinner. This is what you would really look like as a beautiful person.
Ooh,
so. I mean, and the thing is, it's
I
like
mean, outer beauty maybe, but inner beauty of how they are on the inside, I would not say so.
right. I mean, different strokes for different folks. It's like, but I just find the concept hilarious because it's like I said to this one, this one of these journalists was tweeting out about how horrible it was, and some article for the Huffington Post, and I said to her, I was like, yeah, all that thin shaming really came back and bit them in the ass, photographically speaking.
Yeah, this is what you would look like before and after.
Because it drives me nuts. It's like I don't think people should be.
That's what they. Oh man, I don't want to say what I want to say. I want to be very cruel. I would say something very cruel, but I can't say it. So badly I want to say it.
Yeah, it's like, well, somebody in the chat's like, Project Harpoon is wicked. Why can't it go both ways? They found enough advertising. It's like that. Well, see, that to me, that's the whole point of it. Is like, I think it's funny because it's just like, no, you can't be
They
oversensitive.
fired the first shots when they made gaming characters fat.
Exactly. It's like you're just people are just doing exactly what you did and holding up a mirror and putting it right back in their face. I know. They in the chat like, geez, didn't the feminist deck already slim down Randy Harper? And I'm like, if I knew Photoshop well enough, I would have done it last night. But I'm not very good with the pen tools. I know I need to watch those tutorials. My girlfriend got me this tutorial series so I can get it in Photoshop. But it's like, I totally would have done it to Randy Harper already. I would have been. And I'd probably be like, before GG auto blocker, after. Like, oh my god, I don't know. Anyways, all right. So that's a wrap. Is that what's up?
Yep, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Happy
It's
anniversary.
It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you for showing up.
Yeah, I know. It's been real.
Yeah, good night, guys.
Good night.